Hello. Hello.
What's that?
I'm saying hello.
You said it really.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, hello.
It's because of Dominic's scary Lego man.
I love the Lego man.
I love the Lego
He's
man.
not scary. Why is he scary?
Looks like a James Bond villain with his sinister sort of grin. And
like his tie.
And like in that briefcase, he's got some like sort of nuclear
Crisps.
codes.
Oh.
No, crisps.
Oh, sorry.
Crisps. Hello!
Oh, hi!
He looks like he's going to detonate the world. 1, 2, 5. Where's your train t-shirt?
Underneath this shirt.
Underneath that shirt.
Yep.
All right.
Keep
All
it
right.
close. Hello. Good evening. Welcome. Hi there.
It's quiz number
3,462. Thanks for joining us.
I'm really tired.
Oh.
I feel like I need to do the quiz to sort of...
Do you need a warm-up? Do you need an 8 things?
No, I'm just exhausted.
8 reasons why you're
I
tired.
have been running.
1,
Been walking.
2,
not sleeping.
3,
eating.
4,
Schmurschnoff.
5,
Big microphones.
6,
scary Lego men.
7.
Sat on a bench.
8 things.
So,
Those were 8 things.
So I need to energise myself tonight and just kind of get myself...
Haven't you got a coffee there?
No, tea, decaf.
Well,
Great mug.
Why don't you have a little shot of caffeine?
Look, it's the merch. This is the merch side of the live stream. All the things that will appear on...
The non-merch side.
Marcus Adventures already, hello. Simon Train, Simon, hello mate, as always, hello. Any merch stuff I think I should represent this evening, and you should be like the non...
then you should have that for
I
later.
should have that for...
Okay.
Vicky's passing me things. Mike Crew, you're very kind.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world.
Now we sound like the two Ronnies.
It's good night from him.
Good night from him, and it's...
Good night from her. Brilliant. Welcome. Hello.
Nathan Radcliffe, hi. Chris Hooker, hi. Harry's Gaming Videos, hi. Julia Armstrong, hello. Hello to you as well.
Stop.
Caroline Greenwell.
We don't do shout-outs, and
We
you
don't
just
do
did
shout-outs.
loads of shout-outs.
I know.
Why?
No, I'm saying hello. They're saying
Too
hello.
specifically to be...
We don't do shout-outs.
You just ruined it.
Don't type
ruined it.
Don't type the answers in the comments.
Please do not do that.
Don't just keep repeating the same thing. The moderators will mod you. Who's on the mod team tonight?
I've seen Kai. Hi, Kai.
Mod Squad.
The Mod Squad.
Which for some reason I want to do to the Batman theme tune. I want to go Mod Squad like that. Let's make that a jingle.
Ali, hello Ali.
Anyway, I feel like some people like mod is obviously moderator.
Sure.
But I often put out a black and white picture on my Twitter of people on like Vespa motor scooters
like
in the
mods
afternoon.
and rockers, yeah.
And I don't think everyone knows who mods and rockers are.
Well, I don't. Like, if you said to me right now,
yeah,
like, imagine we were having a conversation.
What would that be like?
And you said to me right now, Vic, what's a? Can you define? Give me a definition for what a mod and a rocker is.
What's a mod and a rocker?
I can't define it for you, but I know that it has something to do with
Simon Brody, thank
people
you.
on motorbikes, and like, is it?
Andrew,
like,
thank you.
People dressing in a certain way in a sort of 60s, 70s sort of...
Well, before Facebook...
One group versus another group.
Before
Facebook
and Snapchat, people had to meet up in person and hang out. I used to socialise on like little Vespa scooters, and they called themselves mods. And you had Brill cream, slick back hair, and like a denim jacket. And my mum...
Will you dress as a mod next time? No. I think that's a no, everyone.
I have to put Brill cream in my hair.
I'll do what you do. Would everyone like to see Jeff dressed as a mod?
Maybe I should be sat here on a Vespa scooter going... Mod, you didn't join in. Mod...
I'm not on the scooter. I'm not a mod.
Tim Dodd is on a narrowboat. Nice.
Hey,
Roddy Jenkins, good evening.
On a narrowboat? Cool. Whereabouts?
Doesn't say.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody very amusingly has written answers in the comments because we told them not to write answers in the comments. And they put the word answers.
Kirsty's also in the mod squad tonight. Hello, Kirsty, the lovely Miss Walker. So Kai and Kirsty.
Yeah.
Who else?
Dan's out there.
Dan.
Carl's out there.
Carl.
Moderators.
Ooh.
Moderators, identify yourself.
You'll be flanked from all points of the compass.
Yeah. North, very north, west, and east.
Yeah, well, that's okay. Most of the compass.
We could do with the
right?
southern
That's
moderator. Anybody from Brighton want to moderate?
Or what's further south?
Australia. The South Pole. Chris Allison, thank you. Diana Pearson, thank you.
Hello.
First time I managed to work out how to donate. Your stuff is brilliant. Diana, you are also brilliant.
Thank you.
So EWS Trains, thanks. Where is Kirsty from?
Scotland.
And what is the interesting thing we have to talk about Scotland this week, Victoria Pipe?
It snowed and was very cold there.
No, that's
Scotland's brilliant.
Yeah.
I really did fancy some haggis the other day.
Okay.
And I thought, there's probably not many places I can get it now.
All right.
After Burns night.
In London.
In London, yeah.
Yeah.
I know what it is. I'm just
Okay.
pretending that I don't.
Stall away. It's
Pretending
fine.
that I don't.
It's fine. It's fine. Because Rob Knight, thank you. We're not starting the quiz until Sandra Isaacs. Thank you very much.
Hello. Oh, hi from New Zealand.
We're not going to start until someone puts in the comments, just start the quiz already. Only then will we start.
They've been modded.
Stephen Collins, thank you.
Hello. Hello.
The only pacer-like train in Canada. Stephen, didn't you say that last week? I feel like that might have popped up last week. There's your walker.
Yes,
there she
ScotRail
is.
came through.
That was it.
What? So, what is this, Jeff? Tell me what happened.
Well, I've been running this small thing on Twitter.
Right.
On my twits.
Oh, yeah.
Passed 50,000 followers, by the way, yesterday.
Who did?
Me.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, you're welcome.
What did you do for that?
Send out a lot of tweets over the last
I
10
see.
years. 10 years.
I see.
So I joined Twitter in 2009.
Me too. No, I joined in 2008.
Rip, you joined Twitter before me.
I think I did, yeah. Yeah.
So I've added 5,000 people a year for over 10 years. That's a long time.
That's a lot to say.
It's,
What have you been talking about?
Trains, mostly.
I see. So you've been doing a World Cup of...
Train operators.
Gotcha.
And then it came down to the final yesterday, LNER.
And where was that played? What stadium?
No, we didn't do venues, unlike the Tube. We just took... Because
Obviously, I've been following avidly along, so...
I can tell.
Yep.
Up against the mighty ScotRail.
Okay.
I honestly thought LNER might sort of graze in like 51% winners. And to begin with, they were.
Well, that's what I thought was...
And
I
then
did check in.
slowly, ScotRail...
Slow and steady.
over to
Wins the race.
There's a chap on Twitter, Mark McDonald.
Hello, Mark. I
Mark,
think Mark's in Scotland.
Mark, are you in Scotland? Whereabouts are you, Mark? Let us know in 90 seconds, obviously. And there's a chap called Lewis Bergen.
I'm going to
on
write
Twitter.
down where I think Mart is.
Okay.
And then,
well, like our own little quiz.
I don't know how to spell it.
Mart. His name is literally on
No,
screen.
I meant the place where we think he lives.
No.
And then we'll I won't say it out loud in case I embarrass myself.
We'll have to wait 90 seconds and Mark's going to type in about 90
He might
seconds.
not. He'd be like, I'm not telling you where I live.
Well, you don't tell us your address, just tell us the county you're in. You've clearly written down a Scottish county there.
I hope it's a Scottish county.
on the non-promotional side of the webcam tonight.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
And LNER were
LNER
winning.
were ahead. Hello, Tristan.
Thanks, Tristan. And then ScotRail pulled it back.
They slow and steady, you see.
Their social media team are quite amusing. They're well on it. They went on the case, and there was a lot of love for ScotRail. And slowly, they kind of gradually, and they won like 54%. So word on Scotland, word on ScotRail. Obviously, being Twitter, there was instant abuse. People going, "I can't believe they won. Like, how could they be the best?"
Fake,
Fake,
fixed.
yeah. Stop the steal. Stop the steal.
Oh no.
So that was all going on. Jed, thank you. Peter, Halas. What's Huff? How hungry? Hungarian money.
Well done. Yes.
I don't know how much 1,000 HUF is. That's amazing. That's brilliant. That's like the most fun currency I've seen. So that's it.
So what does ScotRail get then? Do you send them a prize?
Oh, I send them a prize.
Yes, you're in charge of this competition. So what do they get when they win?
My adulation.
Oh.
I don't know.
Worth millions.
I give them back the tie that we stole on all the stations in 2017, so I can
didn't steal anything.
So I can no longer wear it and pretend to be one of their drivers.
I would like to separate myself from this declaration.
Squidgers, it is a great place to learn about currencies of the world, isn't it? Because people from all around the world donate in their currency, and we're like, what's that currency? What's that? It's a great, we're learning currencies. Let's just do an hour where we try and get someone to donate from every country in the world, and we could call it, like Sheldon Cooper
hey Nick, thank you.
does fun with flags, we'll have fun with learn with currencies.
Creative with currency. It's got alliterate, fun with flags, chuckles with currency. I don't know. I'm still brainstorming that idea. Okay, so that's World Cup of Train Operators done.
Yeah,
dusted.
Done.
Tick.
Haven't ticked for ages. Haven't been on a tube train all year.
You're right there. Is that really why you're tired? You've been lying awake dreaming of going on tube trains.
I've forgotten what London looked like. Is it?
It's still there, I'm sure.
Right, Dominic, thank you. See, look, CHF.
Oh,
no idea. Brilliant, love it. Whatever the heck CHF is.
Is it something Frank's?
I hope
Is
he's
it like
I hope he's only done that because he's like he knew that he would have an interesting currency pop up.
I think Kirsty's excited that people are like bigging up ScotRail. She's like, yay!
Big up the ScotRail, yeah. And ScotRail social media were very excited.
Nice.
Hello Angus, if you're watching. Danissimo Paul Reed, thank you very much. CHF is Swiss francs.
Oh, I said it was something Frank's. So hold on. We've done no answer. I've just got I've got 3 things on my list. World Cup of Talks we've done. Tick. Done for 2021. Will you be doing it next year?
No, it's a one-off. People were like, can't wait for next year. We did it because it's winter, because it's lockdown, because we're not travelling.
It does seem to have gone on forever. And you will forgive me if I lost interest.
Squidrus, that is a great idea. Look what Squidrus has put in the comments.
Currencies of the world.
See, now that's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
That is a good idea. Well done.
Well done. How many weeks was it? World Cup.
Only 4, 3. Sam, thank you. Paul Webster, thank you.
Hello.
Giving it for real trains of the 125 group and a hello from Community Rail. Hey,
hello,
Paul.
Community Rail.
Indeed. Are they? You're saying that as if they're on Twitter, Paul. At 125 group on Twitter. Great Harry Full. Thank you. That's a lot of donations come in all very quickly, all very kind. That's extremely kind.
Do we know in the revised editions of 50 Things? I don't actually. I haven't yet heard from my publisher. So my publisher.
It's slightly pretentious. But what else do you say? Oh yeah, I just been chatting to my agent.
the woman who let me write a book.
Which is all it really is. It's nothing. It sounds a lot more snobby than it actually is.
So I haven't. I would imagine I would have heard if the new stock was in.
Thank you, Michael.
Once it is in, we'll pop it on Twitter. So keep your eyes open there. But tonight, in exciting news.
I like how me tapping the desk is slightly wobbling the webcam. Look, we're getting a slightly little jitter.
Tonight's guest is.
Dun, 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 dun. Is he there? Oh, haven't you? Very good. Well played. Hang on. Can we hear him?
Oh, hold on. I haven't got my headphones in.
Are you sure you can hear me?
Yay!
There we go. Everybody, could you, Dominic, can you give us some test 1, 2, 3 level?
Test 1, 2, 3 level.
Can you all hear Dominic, everyone?
Well, if they can't, there's only a benefit to them, really.
No, it's not. Not at all.
Well, I mean, for a start, I'm going to comment on the alliteration thing. So I think it should be commentary on currency.
Love it. I'm writing it down.
And Jeff, the other week when you did your map thing, I sent you a message saying you should have just called it Mirth with Maps. Maps with Mirth.
Maps with Mirth. We should do.
Mirth.
Oh, wait. Dominic, so could you shout out a number between 1 and I think about 200?
You think about 200. 117 and a half.
I'm going to go with 117.
All right.
Would you like me to go up or down in case I don't actually have 117?
Up. We'll go up. Always up. Always up.
Okay, always up.
Higher. Do you have? I mean, I'm surprised you haven't bought more, since as OS maps are now featuring weekly.
All right.
Oh, do we have that one last time?
No.
No. Okay.
No, we'll get to it later.
Oh, okay.
We'll do.
Ooh,
hang on.
reveal.
Lost my head. Where's my headphones go like that? I always forget how my headphones go.
They go on your ears.
They do go on your ears.
No, they don't. They go.
Oh, they tuck in and but. Oh, you've got some fancy. You've got.
Ian Petty,
are they like going
all
the way back? Like sports people wear like glasses.
These are bone conducting.
Oh, that's so cool.
So when I used to commute, do you remember what commuting was?
No, vaguely, barely.
Yeah.
I'm just clinging on to that.
This is how I knew what was going on around me as I cycled through the streets of London on my wheelchair bike thing.
That's fantastic.
We haven't actually introduced Dominic.
Oh, go for it.
No.
No.
So for anyone that hasn't seen the posters, flyers, graphics I've put up on Twitter. Dominic, hi. Who the heck are you? And where are you? And what could you introduce yourself? Hello.
Apparently, I'm St. Michael. Sorry,
has your mum been sewing name labels in your shirt again? Is that what she's?
It's the only way I know who I am.
Yeah.
So I'm Dominic Lund-Conlon. I am an accessibility transport professional. I work for the Rail Delivery Group. And tonight I'm here because I'm Dominic, not the Rail Delivery Group. But I do everything transport, accessibility, and Lego.
Fantastic.
Well, your graphic. I asked you to send me a picture of you, and you sent me a picture of the Lego you. Do you have the actual real Lego you there? Look at that.
Love it.
You do look like a sinister Bond villain with a briefcase.
What's
I don't know
in the
why.
briefcase, Dominic? Did you specify?
It's a laptop.
Oh, it's a laptop.
Ah.
Oh, well, now you're Tom Cruise out to save the world. You know, with some last minute.
There's Train Dominic.
Oh, that's so in high vis. I love it.
There's trained Dominic and like professional Dominic.
Yeah.
Was that the high vis? Is that a Lego with a high vis?
Oh, he's lost his hair. But
Oh no,
yes.
he's no longer compliant.
But you and I made a video. Do you remember last year when we were actually allowed out for about a week?
Yes.
Because
I didn't think about that.
you're on the Greater Anglia region, and we did a whole thing. We rode the Stadler train to the level boarding, and we made a very well received video with you sort of highlighting sort of accessibility issues, not just mobility, but also visual and oral and sensory and all that kind of stuff. So we might touch on that later. We might get chat. But are you happy to field questions later if people want to ask questions, for example?
I'm happy to field questions. Just
Pop. Okay.
Yeah. I need to ask quickly though. So
steady.
You had a very cool mug. Now I've got a choice tonight of mugs to
Because
drink from.
because if you follow Dominic, who's at Daddy Doink on Twitter, he does tend to do hashtag Mug of the Day, which is your thing.
I haven't done it this year yet. I'm going to
Have
start
you not?
again.
Oh.
No, mostly because I took a social media break because I was a bit tired. So my choice of mugs tonight are Greater Anglia,
Lovely.
Nice.
keeping it local.
Lovely.
Proud to be Northern.
Nice.
I am a Twitter addict.
No.
But not
And
this
I
year.
follow children
But not
now.
this
No,
year.
Or do we want to go old school and remember our friends, Wrexham and Shropshire?
Obviously.
Oh.
The White Wicks would approve of that. Okay.
No.
Liking it.
I'm going to watch the comments. I'm going to give it a moment, and I'll see what people recommend and say, use that mug, and then I will use that mug to drink from tonight. I'll keep an eye out. First one I see, and I will make
Which
that
in the
choice.
comments, please, which mug do we think Dominic should be using?
I did quickly see in the comments that there was a pub name suggestion. It was suggested by one of our own moderators, so I don't know if that will be seen as favouritism, but I like it. It's the Victorious Scotsman. The Victorious Scotsman. After Scott
The
Rail.
Victorian. No, okay. We should. Well, I was going to ask Dominic as well. What our pub name? What should our virtual pub name be, Dominic? We have a. Go on.
I've given it no thought.
Good. But honest. I don't care.
We're
We're gonna go with Victorious Scotsman.
Well, okay. Well, let's see if we get any more good ideas. Let's not
what
dive
other-
in
I
too
tell you what,
quickly.
I've just seen a really good one.
Yeah.
The Harrington Hump. I do like because that
It's good.
I do. Hang on.
That
let me
is
say
good.
That again, hang on.
Oh, hang on.
Caroline
Right. So
Greenwell.
in the comments, should we call the pub the Victorious Scotsman or the Harrington Hump? Harrington Hump is good, isn't it? That is actually
Okay, I'm going
quite
to take
good.
my headphones out, so
Okay.
I won't be able to hear.
Because it's an
I'm
accessibility. You're on the beer. We're on the tea. You point.
I'm on the ginger beer. I've got
Ginger beer.
I'm not going to say which one it is because they haven't paid you anything for advertising it. But I've got ginger beer.
Unless anybody comes up with anything better in the next 10 seconds, we're going to go with the Harrington Hump as our virtual pub name. Harrington Hump.
Oh,
Harrington
strong
Hump.
ginger beer.
Tim Easton. Harrington Hump. Hump. The Harrington Hump. Yeah, people are going with Harrington Hump.
Yeah.
We're calling it the Harrington Hump. Could you then draw a platform and a little Harrington Hump?
I'll get creative.
She's going to get
So
creative.
you better be cheeky for-
Dominic, yeah, this is where you and I need to wax lyrical for 2 minutes while Vicky does the station sign. The pub sign, and then we can crack on with the quiz. It's 20 past 8 already. I love how we. I love how we don't start until 20 past 8.
It's just like every other
Might be the
pub
only
quiz
one.
I've ever known. But the best pub quiz I ever went to was actually near Matlock. And I went every Sunday night because what they did was they did a quiz and they charge you a few quid to enter. And then at the halfway point, they'd have made out of all the leftovers of like whatever they'd be making that day, like a lasagna or a stew or something. And everybody got a meal as well as part of the quiz. So you rock up there about 7 o'clock, have a couple of pints, and then about 8:30, you have a bit of a sort of supper meal, and then you do the answers. It was brilliant.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It used to be one of the biggest quizzes I knew in that area. Matlock was like really pubby, really quizzy. Everybody knew everyone.
Do you know? I can't actually remember the last time I actually went to an actual pub quiz. It's a long distant memory now.
Oh, I can't. I mean, I can barely remember the last time I went to a pub. I mean, pub. It's now sounding. It's like oversaying the word. It's now sounding quite funny in my head in a pub.
Yes.
Pub. It's not really a word anymore.
Going to a pub.
Let's move on.
Something else I just want to touch on. Can you show off your multicam setup there tonight? Are you able to do that? Check it out, people. Check it out.
So
Dominic's got. He's got. Wait for it. A reverse angle. Look at that.
Hi. So welcome to the office. Over there is where one of my daughters will sit for school on Monday. I'm sorry about the awful lights. The lights there. That's more Lego behind me. There's a crocodile. There's London, Berlin.
Michael Locke, thank
Eiffel
you.
Tower.
Utengler, thank you.
Yeah, so loads of Lego behind me. And if I jump back to that one there.
That camera shot is better. Yeah, go with that. With your big fancy mic as well. Loving it. Vicky's done the word hump and she's drawn it over a hump.
I do like
That's quite a large hump. That's bigger than I was. It almost looks like a shark dorsal fin. It's a large, but I'm loving it. I think we're ready to start the quiz, Vicky. And you've got 5 questions coming up for questions 16 to 20, Dominic. Is that correct? So tell us your team names. In the comments. Will the Train Spotter, hi. Thank you. Michael Locke, thank you. And Oot and Thomas, thank you. Do your teams together ready with your pieces of paper, your iPad, however you're doing it. Have a funny, punny team name. Dominic, you're just going to hang out and we'll just chat to you as the quiz goes on. A to Z, local bus. Thank you.
Which map did we go for, by the way?
Well, I'm going to reveal it later. What if I show you the picture but not reveal the number?
Oh, there could be guesses in the, just for giggles.
But I haven't actually revealed what number it is because you said 117, but I had to go up. So how much up from 117 did I have to go until we found a found a map that I actually had? We'll find out later. We'll do that later. Later.
Do you need me to come back?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm stalling and I'm running out of things to say.
Okay, Jeff.
Jeff Marshall's
Have you done anything interesting this week? I mean, I had a vaccination. Have you done anything?
You got your vaccination.
I got vaccinated.
Do you get Do you get a certificate or something?
I get a little card that tells me I've been vaccinated, as if the aching arm wasn't enough. But it's good because it tells me what flavour I had.
Strawberry?
Nice. No, it's a Tizer flavour.
Okay.
Sorry. Pfizer.
There we go. That's all good. Right, I'm going to pick a colour pen.
Okay, I'm trying to get the sign. Shall I scooch it over?
And I feel like we should. I'm going to go with.
Oh yeah! Don't forget tonight, if you are struggling to answer a question, you can invoke the power of the Weems Bay card, and this will guarantee you 2 points for any answer that you are struggling to find. It is a single use only.
So nobody gets 0 points. You will get at least 2 points out of the quiz.
So yes, don't forget. And how you play your Weems Bay card is that you must raise your arm in the air.
Unless you've had a vaccine and your arm is very sore.
But just with vigour, shout, Weems Bay!
Weems Bay.
And you will have invoked your right to 2 free points. 2, the word free points, not 2, 3 points, just to be clear.
Loving it. Shall we start?
Yes.
Who wants to go first?
We haven't decided this, have we? I don't mind.
Should we toss a virtual coin?
Well, I'm thinking. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 5.
Yes.
Yay! I didn't
you
call
choose.
it. I'll go first.
Okay, Vicky's going first. Dominic, are you ready? You're going to play along as well. Okay. Are your daughters playing along in the other room or something?
Yeah, I blooming hope so, because I'm letting them stay up past their bedtime.
Wow. When is normal bedtime?
Oh, whenever I feel pretty mean and say, right, that's it, I've had enough of a lot of you, go to bed. But, I'm sure that they're in there. Joel
Byrne, if that's US dollars, that's very generous of you, sir.
Thank you.
It doesn't actually say where in the world that you're from. Very kind.
Brilliant. So, first round, if you're ready in your teams, eyes down, pens ready.
4 rounds of normal.
Yes.
5 questions from you.
You said you ran out of things to say,
5
but you
questions
clearly
from
haven't
me.
gone through the format.
Then we do train smash, and then we do Dominic's round. We're also going to squeeze in a quick.
Match the maquette, 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 match the maquette.
At some point, we'll squeeze in and match the maquette.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
So round. Oh.
All right. We've got socks too.
He's prepared, Jeff. He's prepared.
Yeah.
I've heard about you, Jumper.
So round 1 is all about railways and food. And if you're ready with your pens or tablets or electronic devices, question number 1.
Question number 1.
It's quite a tricky first question.
Oh, is it? You start
But
off with a hard one.
you have to think.
SE Transport, thank you. Nicole out. Hi, Nicole. Hello.
So question 1. What?
Nicole, hey Jeff, my mum sends you warm regards. She still remembers the only English sentence she could speak is nice to meet you too.
Aww.
Love it.
Lovely. Okay, right. Question 1. What does...
hang on. Music. I've mucked up on the music. There we go.
Jeff. Has that been going the whole time?
Don't know.
Has it been going the whole time? Oh, yikes. I think something happens when you click match the maquette. Because that happened last time, didn't it?
Okay. Technical thing. All right, then we'll start the
Then
quiz.
let's start
So
the
when
quiz.
I play the match the maquette
You've
jingle,
probably still got time to have a wee.
does that also inadvertently start the ATS music? So I'll do it again. So I'll click the match the maquette thing, and we'll see if the ATS thing music starts up again. Here we go.
Match the maquette, match the maquette.
No, I think
Yes, it does.
No, it's not. No, it's not running.
That's so weird.
That is weird.
That is weird.
Because
Okay.
I swear I didn't click it on. So somewhere it's just decided to turn itself on.
Okay, cool. Right. Now we're ready. Question.
26 minutes past 8.
You've got to get through the
Question
fodder
number
at the
1.
beginning. Question number 1. What does Coleman's mustard, Cadbury's chocolate, and Worcestershire sauce have in common? It's a bit cryptic. But, but think laterally.
Is there multiple choice?
Nope.
What? Hang on. And how is that railway based?
Well, think carefully. This is a railway quiz.
It's a railway based question. Food round.
Yes.
Go on.
So what does Coleman's mustard, Cadbury's chocolate, and Worcestershire sauce have in common?
Oh.
I can see it behind your eyes working.
Say them again. Say them again.
Coleman's mustard,
Yeah.
Cadbury's chocolate, and Worcestershire sauce. I don't think it's as complicated as... Well, I will be generous with the answers, don't worry.
Okay. Dominic, did you get that one? Oh, he's fatting himself up. What?
No.
No?
Is that a no?
No? Okay.
I've got no idea, but I muted myself, so just in case I sneeze, I don't disturb you.
Oh,
That's
all
so
right.
thoughtful.
Well, how often do you sneeze?
At the most inconvenient moment.
Oh, okay. As long as you don't fart, that's all right.
You only know when I sort of pass out.
Question 2.
Question number 2.
The Welsh train service, which offers a fine dining
got it.
experience
I've got
for
it.
business class passengers,
I've got it.
is called what?
Oh, now you give us a multiple
And
choice.
here are multiple choice.
Oh, no, we don't get a multiple choice on the hard one.
Nope.
We get a multiple choice on the easy one.
Yep.
Oh, I see how it works.
The Welsh train service, which offers a fine dining experience for business class passengers, is called what? The Gerald, the Peckish Peter, or the Hungry Harold?
I'm so put in the Peckish Peter. Andrew Carruthers, thank you. With the dancing pair again. Always love the dancing pair, my friend. They're bringing it back. I was chatting to Transport for Wales the other day. So they're totally, because the dining train, which I almost named, is not running at the moment, but they're very aware that they're bringing it back, hopefully.
Yay.
And a new station opened in Wales last week as well.
Bow Street.
Bow Street.
Nice.
In it, I've already seen people describe it as being Aberystwyth Parkway.
Oh,
So
okay.
rather than go into Aberystwyth and try and park there downtown, you just go to Bow Street instead because there's a nice huge car park. You don't have to get clogged up in the town centre of Aberystwyth.
Okie dokie.
So Bow Street station, I want to say 2,572, and that now makes 6 that we haven't visited. Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying. Hashtag.
Just say hashtag.
Okay,
Thanks,
we ready
Fernando.
for the next question?
Yes.
Question number 3.
Question number 3.
On the 1st of November 1879, the very first Pullman dining car operated in the UK was run by the Great Northern Railway, but between which 2 cities did it run? So, on the 1st of November 1879, the very first Pullman dining car to operate in the UK was on a Great Northern Railway service between which two English cities was it? Birmingham to London, Manchester to London, or Leeds to London?
So it's basically saying which northern city is better, Midlands, Birmingham, Leeds, or Manchester.
So, for a bonus point...
Oh.
Bonus point.
Yeah.
How much do you think it cost Great Northern Railway to purchase the Pullman carriage? So how much do you think? So this was 1879.
Would this be in pounds?
Yes, it's in pounds. So it was one Pullman carriage. How much do you think it cost Great Northern Railway to purchase that carriage?
Sparky D, thank you.
Okie dokie.
Hey, Mixed Man.
Are we ready for the next question?
Yes.
Question number 4.
Question number 4.
In what year was the last microwaved beef burger served on a GNER train?
2020.
Was it 1999, 2000, or 2001? So in what year was the last microwave beef burger served on a GNER train service? And brilliantly, the National Railway Museum
have
the packaging that it came in.
They've got like the box.
They've got it, and they've got it on like a
right.
plinth with a plaque. It says this was the packaging of the last microwave beef burger.
But who ate it? Somebody must have been.
Don't know.
Into whose stomach was that?
The fact that they still have the packaging makes me feel like it was a member of staff.
Right, and they were like, "I'm going to go get the last one."
I'm going to sort of.
I love it. So like people go and ride certain railway lines, they're like having the first ever ticket or the last ever ticket. Someone's like, "I'm going to go and get the last ever burger." Yeah, that's great.
So was it 1999?
No idea. 2000
or 2001?
No idea.
Okay. And then this is where there's a picture round. So we need to make sure we have the correct picture showing, please, Mr. Marshall.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
So this is a British Rail.
Sorry, Dominic, I'm just gonna obscure you. There we go.
So this British Rail poster advertising their Travellers Fare restaurant car.
Travellers Fare
had the slogan. So I've blanked out half of the slogan. Was it "Dine, you've got time"? "Dine on the line," or "Dine for the last time"?
Because you'll get salmonella.
We microwave our beef burgers.
It's part of me with a leaflet over my face.
Was the answer
you know,
"You're welcome in the restaurant"? In the restaurant car. Oh, hang on.
I didn't hear what Dominic's talking. Put your headphones on.
You got your headphones on.
I couldn't hear what Dominic had said.
Dominic, I've taken my headphones off, mate.
Dominic, say that again.
Vicky's got you.
Well, you know, he can't even see me. He's stuck a freaking leaflet over my face. I feel like for BR, you know, I should stick up and, you know, just say, you know, such a slur on their cooking. You know, yeah, I think somebody needs to stick up for them when they make awful cheese sandwiches.
Fair enough. So the options are "Dine, you've got time," "Dine on the line," or "Dine for the last time."
That's great. That's great. Dominic, how did you get on with that round? How many have you got? Have you got answers to all 5, Dominic?
Well, I got London, so that's good. And I think I knew the Welsh train, and I got nothing.
Well, you can use your Weems Bay card at any moment.
Yeah, you can use your Weems Bay card, Dominic. But you're a train nerd. The whole reason we got you on is because you're a train nerd. You are a secret train nerd, right? I thought you knew all this kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, but you know, it's Saturday.
But you do regularly play our quizzes every week, don't you? Right?
Yeah, I was doing all right then until that point. Have you made? Yeah, I do, and I don't normally do well in those either. So,
and you don't? Oh, but you do score points and get answers right.
Yeah, Weems Bay is brilliant. You know.
To be fair,
I've done all right. I've done all right, but I dare say in a minute my answers might get swapped out, and I might have to then fill in some blanks for people.
Well, they were quite obscure.
Dominic,
obscure.
I'm just going to slide you over. Hang on.
Right. So that was round 1.
Round 1, questions 1 to 5.
Railway and food.
I've got round 2.
You've got round 2. Okay.
Train operating company names.
Oh boy.
Because we have...
See now, Dominic. Dominic's excited.
because we've been playing Train Operators
World Cup. Right. That's been going for 3 years. Yeah.
There was a hilarious moment on the tweets where I still call the operator that operates out of Waterloo here called what?
Southwestern Railway.
See, you got it right. Now I inadvertently called them Southwest Trains, and SW Help tweeted me going, no, you got our name wrong, Jeff, and I was like, damn it. But I can't help it. I still call them Southwest Trains.
It is hard when a line has been well known as
Right.
one thing for such a long time.
But they're Southwestern Railway. But the joke is, I remember when East Midland Trains became East Midlands Railway, you're just interchanging the word railway and trains. And then in 5 years' time, when EMR lose the franchise to somebody else, they'll just go back to calling it East Midlands Trains. It's just like, it's just like word. You just swap in and out the word, you know? It's like, it's the same stock, it's the same staff, but with just a different logo, and you've changed the name. You've just flipped either from train to railway or railway to train. Because it's only like a finite number of names you can call your railway company that covers a region.
Someone should get really creative and just sort of call it
Well,
cheese or...
Well, based on that, what I've done is that
Okay.
I've dug out 5 old, previous train operating company names,
Okay.
and you now have to tell me what their name is now.
Oh,
Okay,
boy.
this is a great round.
Okay.
Dominic is literally like, he's like, yes, I'm on
My
it.
time to shine.
But
I
we'll start
can't
off-
invoke my Weems Bay card because we can't use it, can
We'll
we?
start off with an easy one.
Oh, will you say it's easy?
Sorry, can I
Andres,
please?
yes.
I do
Yes.
need to make a quick clarification for any of my colleagues watching. If they get any of these wrong, please be kind to me on Monday morning.
Hey, George Clayton. Hey, Andreas. Thank you so much. Dominic, I deliberately didn't include any sort of Greater Anglia things so that not to get you into trouble. But what were Greater Anglia called before they were called Greater Anglia?
So before they were Greater Anglia, they were National Express East Anglia. Before that, they were one. Yeah, I can go back and back and back and back. That's rather embarrassing. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. But we say back. We're going back. When was privatisation? I want to say 94. The comments will now tell us what year privatisation came in. I think it was
So,
94.
Privatisation, I think, started 93, 94.
Yeah.
Which we got the Railways Act 93.
Yeah.
And I can probably take it back to the first franchise holder for this area.
Go on.
I don't want to, come back to me at the end because in case I go and ruin any real questions.
Right.
Good man.
So, question number 6.
Question number 6.
Virgin Trains. Who did they become? There's only one answer, because on some of these, there's multiple answers. And just like I still call Southwestern Railway Southwest Trains, I sometimes refer to the modern, the current day operator as the old name that was Virgin Trains.
Okay.
You remember on all the stations, Virgin Trains took us on one of their trains, and that's a clue here. They showed us like the buffet, and we got to see in their kitchen. Well, what operator runs that line?
I think I know, but I feel like it's a trick.
It's not a trick question. It's as straightforward as you think it should be.
Okay.
Don't put the answer in the comments.
Who are you talking to?
The world.
That's
It's my
very
it's my
stern.
grunt. It's my stern schoolmaster's face.
Wow.
I'll throw bits of chalk at you. Did you have a school teacher that threw bits of chalk at you?
I want to be a bit rude.
Steady.
Teachers didn't use chalk whilst when I was at school, but that is not technically true because I think in my middle school.
Did you have markers on
they did have-
whiteboards?
I think at high school, yes, but not at middle school. I think there was chalk, but I don't remember anyone throwing chalk either at me or anyone else in my class.
So I should specify West Coast.
Oh, then I know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just to be clear, West Coast.
Oh, I don't know then.
No, you do.
Okay.
No, you put the East Coast answer.
Yeah. Oh, I don't
Meanwhile,
know
I'm just still disgusted, Jeff. You thought that anyone would throw chalk at Vicky because she would be misbehaving. Whereas you were obviously misbehaving, Jeffrey. We know this.
Well, Dominic, what I'm amused by is that every week when we have our guest on, usually midweek, but today Dominic and I were lazy, we did it on a Saturday, we have like a
You test.
we have a
yeah.
sort of quiz test and we chat through things. And Dominic today on the phone, I chatted to Dominic earlier on the phone, we just set things up. He's like, by the way, Jeff, I've got to ask you a really random question. I was like, what's that? He's like, how old are you? Right? And I was like, because we've never discussed age before. Right? And I was like, what? He said, because sometimes you say little small things which give away how old you are. And I think throwing chalk in a classroom
You've leaked information.
Is one of those little
unknowingly,
things that makes you go, you're old enough to have chalk thrown at you. So we had Mr. Stratford, our maths teacher, and if you yawned or fell asleep in his class, he'd throw bits of chalk at you. Teachers were allowed to throw chalk back in the day and hit you and get
Never
away
did me
with it.
no harm.
You couldn't do it now, could you? They'd be in so
Well,
much trouble.
I mean, yes, but they probably shouldn't have been doing it anyway.
Yeah.
So
So, West Coast, Virgin. Who did they become?
I'm not going to get it
Question number 7.
because you've tricked my brain now.
Oh no. Question number 7.
Sorry. Question 7.
First Capital Connect. Who did they become? It's the obvious answer. Look, even Dominic's got this one. He's like, I know this.
I hope I know this.
FCC. I'm looking at the comments in case there's like 18 possible
I'm gonna
answers.
see if
Yeah, I know. In case people give clues in the comments without actually saying the answer. Mark McDonald, I also heard of someone throwing actual blackboard dusters, the big chunky dusters. They throw a whole thing. But they tend to throw it at your desk so that it was like a wooden duster going clunk on your desk. If you fell asleep in their class, they'd throw the duster at you. And then you'd wake up startled. And then they'd make you retrieve it and walk up to the front of the class like a walk of shame to return the duster that just been thrown at you. Kids these days got it easy.
But that only makes everyone not like the teacher.
A little bit. Well, he did it, but he did it in like a fun way.
Right.
And there's a fun way of doing it and there's a mean way of doing it. First Capital Connect, who did they become?
So someone in my middle school, and the only classroom I can recall vividly, I'm sure if I was hypnotised I'd remember more, where there was a chalkboard. I can't remember his name. I think it was Mr. Collison, and he taught geography. And if someone dropped something off their desk, like if you dropped your pencil case or book, he'd be like, "Leave it! It can't go any further." That would be like his little phrase, and you'd be like,
That's
"Oh
it.
no,
That's
but I
it.
need my book. No, leave it."
That's now our catchphrase for the night. Leave it, it can't go any further.
Leave it, Marshall. It can't go any further.
That's killed all of our banter, like.
There was Dominic going, I thought I was going to have the winning catchphrase for tonight. I've been preparing my cool memes all week. I'm going to be like, I'll get like the hip thing where Jeff and Vicky go, we should get that on a t-shirt, Dominic. But we've now got leave it can't go any further.
There's no point me staying. Good night.
No, come
Golden
back.
Pro. Before the night is out, Dan Spence, our t-shirt man, is going to have sent me a graphic going, leave it can't go any further. And I will display it as the credits roll this evening. You have a job, Dan. He's like, I'm too busy modding.
I think
Okay.
that should be sort of written on the buffers of every single terminus station.
Leave it.
Driver, leave it.
It can't go any further. Well, they should put that at Thurso buffers, where a train, ScotRail, when it did crash into
Little
the
dent,
buffers.
yeah.
Love it.
All right, let's get going.
Dominic, Gordon Pro loves you apparently, so get in. Well done. You've made an impression. What have you done? It's the Lego.
Yeah, obviously.
More Lego.
Ready?
Question number 8.
Question number 8.
Now, it's 2 answers here.
Oh, okay.
So there's the obvious answer, and there's a bonus question, right?
Can I? What's the actual answer though?
Well, it's the obvious answer, but if you get so the question is Silverlink. Who did Silverlink become? And there's an obvious operator that they became, but a little bit of Silverlink also became another operator, which I think is harder to get. So if you get that as well, you get yourself a bonus point. So there's 2 answers to this question. There's the main operator that took over from Silverlink, and then a little bit of Silverlink's network got taken over by another operator. If you get that, then bonus point. So the main one's quite easy to get. The additional one is much more tricky, and I don't think even I would get it. I'd have to really think about it. There's only when I was doing my research. In fact, when I was doing my research, I was like, oh, I didn't realise that Silverlink in part were taken over by
Doodah.
Doodah. Okay?
Okay.
And if you think that's bad, then question number 9's got 3 possible answers.
Question number 9.
Now, this is tricky. I must admit, this one is tricky. So, the operator I'm going to give you is Central Trains.
Never heard of them.
Okay? Well, you can work out as a clue what area of the country they operated in.
The centre.
There we go. Central Trains. 3 modern-day operators now operate the routes that Central Trains used to run. I'll give you 2 points. So 6 possible points here. I'll give you 2 for each
I
one.
hope Dave McCormack's keeping up with the points.
I do hope Dave McCormack is keeping up with the points, David. Central Trains is now operated by 3 different operators. If you can name any of them, you get up 2 points for each. 3 maximum, 6 points in total. The obvious one is you just said yourself what area of the country they operate in. Who operates in that area of the country now as a general service operator? Dominic, how you doing? Is this too hard, Dominic? Are you okay with this?
I thought this was going to be challenging.
Ooh,
I love it.
burn! Let's do some food questions. Question number 5.
I'll eat them all.
What food-based name operator was named after a hot dog but then changed into a pancake?
And what were the ingredients
Yeah,
of a microwavable beef burger?
Then question number 10.
Nothing organic.
Question number 10.
Oh, sorry. Question number 10.
The former operator is Connex. Now, there were 2 Connexes. There was Connex and Connex and I don't want to say that because that would then give away the answer. All right. So there's 2 answers. Who did Connex become? And there's 2 possible answers for 2 points each. Yeah.
No idea.
Yeah. Connex. Connex. Who did Connex become? Who now runs the routes that Connex?
See, earlier you said there are only so many variations, but I've never heard of Connex, and Connex doesn't sound very.
Well, that is why I chose
railway-y.
the most un-railway sounding operator names.
They were French from memory.
Really? I just thought all of our railway companies were run by the Germans, or they're all DB.
So somebody's going to correct me
Okay.
in the chat, I'm sure.
Leave it.
But
Can't go any further. Sorry. Carry on.
At that time, I'm fairly sure that they were one of the first TOCs that was set up that had foreign investment within it somehow.
Ah.
And side note, I had several really, really awful experiences as a rail user with Connex Southeastern.
You don't say that. You've just given away the answer, but well done.
I didn't hear it.
Right.
Stop. Just say Connex and then stop. Everybody ignore Dominic.
No, I missed.
Can't go any further.
I missed it. Can you say it again? No.
Well, now everyone's got 4 points because you can play your Wingsbed
I
card
missed it.
and just write down what Dominic said.
I missed.
Also, you have a cut finger, Jeff.
What? No, it's red pen.
Ah,
I'm using a pinky red pen tonight. Sorry.
there you go, Mr. Moley. He's using a pink pen.
Go on. You're saying you didn't have a good experience with the old Connex.
The slam door trains were awful, but one of my worst memories was being in a thumper train sat by the engine because there was nowhere else for me to sit as a wheelchair user. In the middle of winter, going from Hastings to somewhere, and the guard who was there swore every other word all the way through. He was incredibly racist, incredibly horrible, and it was the worst hour and a half or so of my life.
And was this like the 1980s or the 1990s? How long ago are we talking?
We're talking early 2000s.
Gosh. So as recently as this century, that just goes to show how much forward we've come in terms of accessible travel nowadays. Were you literally like an afterthought? Oh, we'll just put you in the compartment at the back, out the way, kind of thing. Is that how it felt?
So much of an afterthought, I had to go along a branch line to another part of the main line to pick up a train in order to get back to London.
Gosh. So it is better now. Generally, it is a lot better, right? So much.
Generally, it is a lot better. I mean, there's always more we can do.
There's always
you
more.
know.
Well, we're going to talk about that later. We'd love to hear your views on that. Okay.
Yeah. So there we go.
All right. Cool.
I have a question.
Oh, hang on. Leave it. You can't. You can.
Dominic said a thumper train.
A thumper.
What's a thumper train?
A thumper. They ran them on the Brighton to Ashford line. The little. Were they 2-car or 3-car diesel units? Was it the class? Was it 205? Class 206, 207s? Someone in the.
They were 2 and 3, I think. But I mean, this one I remember being 2 cars. It might not have actually been a thumper, but it was one that the engine would sort of rev a little bit, and then it would slow back down to almost 2 revs, per minute sort of thing, and then back up. So yeah, 205, 207. They were awful.
They also ran them, I think, on the Uckfield to London branch, because that's a non-electrified line. So they had to run these diesel thumpers. They're just called thumpers, like trains have nickname. We call a Class 37 a tractor. The Class 20567s were known as thumpers.
Okay.
Thumpers.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty. That's the end of that round.
Yes, that is the end of that round. All
Okay.
right. How are we doing?
I've got no points in that round.
All right. Do you want to match the maquette, or do you want to do straight into train smash?
Oh, I don't mind.
Let's
Your
do.
Match the maquette, match the maquette. Match the maquette, match the maquette. Match the maquette, match the maquette. Match the maquette. Match the maquette.
Dominic, what are you doing? You've planned this out, your little side skits. I like how you planned
call.
it. How long was your daughter like painting your face? Because you didn't know when we were going to come to you. She must have been doing it for like a whole minute or something.
What can I say? She likes to, make sure her dad is well made up. But she'll take all the time she needs to.
Brilliant.
Dominic, do you have any maquette? Do you want to get in on the maquette game? So this is
sure. I mean, I've got this.
Could you hold it up to your webcam, please? Dominic, could you sing the Match the Maquette jingle?
No, you want to keep your viewers.
Do you know what that maquette was though?
Oh, sorry, I didn't see. Could you again, please? I think it was a bus one. 37s are Deltics. I thought 37s were tractors.
No, Class 55s are Deltics.
That's what I thought. And 37s are definitely tractors. Yeah. Okay. What's Dominic's sock maquette there, please? Could be named Dominic's maquette.
I don't know what this one
Oh,
is.
I've just seen Raphael get it immediately near enough. Well done, Raphael.
Route Master.
Original Route Master. Okay.
Nice.
Dominic, we've got a maquette for you. Are you ready?
Yeah. Is that the new Route Master?
I think it is. The comments are going to come alive.
I've driven a new Route Master.
People in the comments. Let's see your guesses in the comments.
That's amazing. I don't think this is a new Route Master. I think the new Route Master maquette is like silver.
That kind of swirly.
lines.
Yeah.
But Dominic, you drove a new Route Master.
Yeah, I've driven 2.
Tell us about that.
I was at an airfield where I was allowed to drive one, so I did.
That's very cool.
I will drive anything. It's one of my.
And let me. You were driving on the runway. You were driving sort of along. Yeah. When you got to the end, did they tell you to leave it? You can't go any further.
Pretty much. In fact, actually, we were North Wheeled, so we drove around the perimeter, and then you have to stop and make sure you're okay to go over the runway because you never know when the air ambulance was going to come in.
No way.
Yeah. But I drove all sorts. I drove Merc coaches, VDM, all sorts of bits and pieces. Yeah, it was great fun.
Nice.
Michael Leap is asking, where can I get these socks? Michael, you obviously weren't watching last Thursday, the week before, we did a bonus quiz with the LTM. Sam Mullins was on, the director of the LT Transport Museum, and he told us that the LT Museum shop at www.ltmuseum.co.uk, it sold 30,000 pairs of socks in the run-up to Christmas, because maquette socks are big business.
But I don't actually know what that maquette pattern is from.
Oh, it's buses. Everyone was... We're doing it
again.
again.
Oh, sorry, it is buses.
Everyone,
okay, I'm sorry.
In the comments.
I was listening intently to Dominic's driving bus story and I paid no attention to the answer.
Match the socket.
Snap the socket, you mean? It's got to alliterate.
Got it.
It has got to
yeah,
snap.
yeah.
Okay. Right.
Brilliant. Are we on to round 3 then?
We're on to round 3, and you know what that means, don't you? It's time for... Train Smash. We're still calling it Train Smash, even though it's
Inappropriate.
inappropriate name to call it. Maybe part inspired by something similar you might have seen on TV. Do you watch House of Games, Dominic? We love it. We still love it.
Oh, come on, of course I watch House of
It's
Games.
so good. It's so good.
I'm sorry, though, until you have watched Taskmaster, I'm
What?
not talking TV shows with you.
What is this with your obsession with Taskmaster?
Because Taskmaster is brilliant.
Yeah, no,
Richard
why?
Osman's
Why?
been on Taskmaster.
I'm an alien landed on Earth. I'm like, take me to your leader and then tell me what TV shows to watch. Why would you sell? How would you sell Taskmaster over House of Games?
If you want to see how differently different people think, just watch Taskmaster, where they're all given the same task, and watch how differently each of them do it. And it's so funny. It's absolutely brilliant. Richard Osman was in it. He was fantastic.
As a contestant.
As a contestant, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just incredible just watching all of these people, very intelligent people, just suddenly completely lose all capability of reasonable and logical thought. It's astounding. It's absolutely brilliant. It is Greg Davis and Alex Warren. It's super.
Oh, I'm gonna get confused. I thought it was the one on Dave with Dara O'Brien. It's not that one.
No, that's Go 8-Bit.
Oh,
Not as good.
Okay, all right. Sorry. But
don't
is
know
it
that one either.
what channel is it on?
So it was on Dave because Channel 4 rejected it, and then it was a great success, and now it's on Channel 4.
Someone regretted that decision.
Right. So, Train Smash, what we've got is that we've
Okay.
got a theme and we've got
Yep.
a picture and then a clue to a railway station, and you take the answer that is the picture and then the answer that is the railway station name, and you combine them together to make one long word. Full 2 points if you get the whole thing. 1 point if you get either or the picture or the name of the station, but not the other one.
Okay, I haven't
Okay.
seen these this week.
Vicky hasn't seen, but you do know what every week there's a theme, there's a topic. You do know what this week's theme is.
Yes, this week's theme is Doctor Who. You all right there?
I'm just excited
Okay,
because
great.
we know that people love Doctor Who. So this is, I suspect this will be mighty popular.
Okay.
Are you ready? We start with a really easy one.
Oh, you're gonna say that. So hold on. Is it anything specific from Doctor Who?
It's a character.
So do you have to have the full name of
the full name. It's a character or a thing in the show.
Okay.
So when you see like, I'll give an example. Like David Tennant isn't in it, right?
Okay.
If he was, it wouldn't be David Tennant. It would be the Doctor. So it's the name the person plays. So
But
don't.
would it be the Doctor or Doctor Who?
Well, no, what I'm saying is don't give the actor's name, give the character's
Oh.
name. If in a minute some characters are going to pop up, don't give me
I'm
the
just delaying the
give me the
inevitable.
character's name, not
Okay.
not the actor's
Okay.
or actress's name. Are you ready? Here's Train Smash number 1.
Oh.
This Greater Anglia served station is on the line between London and Norwich. Dominic, I did this just for you because you often get the train between London and Norwich.
And I wouldn't talk ill of you for doing so.
So you must know the answer to this question.
I can't believe you just missed the pun there in return.
Oh, what did you say? Sorry.
I said I wouldn't talk ill of you for doing so. Never mind. You're obviously not young enough. Never mind. I'll tell you later.
I don't get this one.
I like it.
Well, I know what that is.
What's that?
Yeah, I know what that is.
Right, and then there's a station served by Greater Anglia trains on the line between London and Norwich.
Oh.
Yeah. It's great, right? I love it. You got it?
I think so.
Correct. I can see where she's written it down. Train Smash number 2. A former least used station of London that was replaced by Meridian Water. So what is the thing? Smash it with a former least used station of London that was replaced by Meridian Water.
Oh, I don't know. I thought...
Well, yes, I could.
But that's not the whole answer, is it?
Well, you've been there. When we went to Meridian Water, what station had it? Yeah, I can see Vicky writing it down.
But that's not the whole answer, is it?
Yeah, well, what's...
Oh!
Now write the name of the creature from Doctor Who. There we go. Vicky's got it.
My brain, I'm struggling. I'm struggling this evening. If you're struggling, don't feel bad, because I'm also struggling. I think
Do
I
you
think the
think-
concept
is
of
it-
this round
is it-
has fell out of my head.
Is it that it's week 8, it's February, it's been dragging? Are we all just starting to lose it generally? Do you think we're all... Dominic, are you more drained and tired than ever? Is it just...
The problem is that most of around this time the half term's just been. So normally around this time, everybody sort of gets a bit of a break in the office. There's less people around, less meetings. You get to just do some work you've been meaning to do for ages, and that hasn't happened.
Yeah.
So I think that's why you're tired, Vicky.
Just-
You need a holiday. You need a break.
I do. We need a break from doing nothing during lockdown. Yeah, but I just sense that there's a kind of a feeling of fatigue in the air. Everyone's fatigued.
Like you
this week.
explained, I explained the rules. You explained the rules. I understand the rules, but in the moment, I'm like, I don't understand what's going on.
Shall we do the third one?
Okay.
So, question number 13.
Question 13.
Third smash is this: a London station that is located underground but is not part of the tube. So it's a national railway station in London that isn't a tube station.
I like that.
And I might be awkward and demand... Yeah?
I don't get it.
You just got to name the station.
I don't know the station. Like I do, like I've been there and I can picture the platform, but I can't think what it's called.
There is sound. We're just sitting back from the mics, unfortunately.
Okay, I'll just.
Someone, SC Transport Productions just played their Weemsbury card.
Well played. Well played, my friend.
Train smash number 4.
Question 14.
This one. A Cornish railway station that is... I couldn't fit this all in. So the majority of the time, it's a request stop. But according to Wikipedia, who I did my research from, there's one non-request train. It always stops on the way into London Paddington.
Again, I can picture it in my mind.
In the morning.
It's right next to a river, isn't it? Or an estuary.
Might be.
Yeah, I can't think what it's called.
So name the thing from Doctor Who. And the last part of that word is a Cornish station that is a request stop, but is also served by one regular stopping train, like a morning peak commuter train going into London in the morning. What is that station? Vicky's having a think about it. Train smash number 5.
Question 15.
It's almost weird that I didn't see this coming. A West Yorkshire station that has recently had a platform 0 added to it. And you know the answer to this one, Vicky, because you came up with it.
I didn't know you were going to use it,
Of course I
though.
was going to use it. Dominic, how are we doing? Do you get this one?
I'm struggling with this one.
Which...
So-
Dominic, you said you watch our quizzes. The joke is...
Hang on.
It's the same answer every week. That's the joke.
Oh, no, I know that bit. I just don't know the Doctor Who character.
Oh, okay. Right.
You've got... Can
But
I
I
give a
did
clue?
like number 13, I have to say. Hang on. Hats off to you for that one, sir.
Can
Yeah,
we-
I do keep a hat by the desk.
You can give it... You can,
He's got a hat.
I think leave the hat on. Hat's good. Hat's good. Vicky, you want to give a clue?
What
as
do you
to-
want to get for the last one?
You can give a clue as to who the character is.
You've got to give a full. You've got to full name it for it to work.
Yes.
You've got to full name this person,
Yes.
so people might know their first name, the character's first name.
You've got to get their surname
You've
as
got
well.
to get their
Got to get their
surname.
surname as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Okay.
smash is with their surname, not just their first name.
Ay.
There we go.
Okay.
That is Train Smash. Right. So that's the end of the quiz. So hand your papers over.
Every week, it's not funny.
It's funny every week.
No.
Every week. That's it. No
Only
more
to
quiz.
you.
So we'll make a cup of tea and then we'll crack right on with the answers. Did we miss anything?
Yes.
Don't think so. Oh, hang on. Dominic's here.
Oh. Dominic, are you ready for your round, sir?
It's a bit rude. I thought this was rather... Oh, okay. Yeah, fine. I can do my round, I suppose.
Thank you, Thomas. Quackity quack, quack, quack. We are totally ready for your round,
Okay.
Dominic. Now, Vicky, I need to make a small confession here.
No. Are you cheating again?
I've seen Dominic's questions.
Why?
Because midweek we were doing we were setting up the quiz. Because Dominic wrote like 10 questions. He's like, he gave me more than 5, and I went, let's not have those 2. Let's have these 5, and we worked on it together like a team.
Okay.
And we refined it.
So is this your way of telling me I've got to do this by myself?
Yeah. Because I've seen the answers.
Great. Well, I'm gonna clutch closely to my chest the Weems Bay card.
I think you're going to use it.
I have to be honest, I didn't write most of them, to be fair. I outsourced, I delegated.
Who did you outsource your questions to?
I've got 3 daughters. I'm going to make them do something. You know.
3? I think you had 2 daughters. You got 3.
I've got 3 daughters.
Amazing. Nice. All right. Okay.
I like the way you say amazing, you know, like, oh, that's...
Well, no, because I couldn't handle one small thing. And
parents are amazing.
Yeah, parents are amazing.
Dominic, you and all other parents out there.
Right. In fact, Dominic, as this is your big moment, I'm going to big you up. Literally. There we go. There we go. I've bigged you up. Dominic is now big.
All the comments are saying, quick, make it smaller. You know? I'm going to quickly show, while we're on big... So I was talking to Taskmaster. I have a little Lego Taskmaster trophy.
Oh.
So all of those Taskmaster fans, they will know. So question 16?
Question 16.
Nice, easy one to start with. So in the specifications for train design, all these parameters and things that we have to adhere to in a railway, there's a maximum weight for a wheelchair and wheelchair user set out in a load of regulations, the European regulations. Is that weight 200 kilograms, 250 kilograms, or 300 kilograms? So it's a maximum gross weight of a wheelchair and wheelchair user. Is it 200 kilograms, 250 kilograms, or 300 kilograms?
I'm glad it's a multiple choice. You can use your Weems Bay card, don't forget, if you're stuck for an answer.
Just a side thing, Jeff, here, while people are working it out. I test wheelchairs with Review My Wheelchair.
Yes.
I think you saw my jacket last time. I tested a wheelchair about 2 years ago that went up and down and went all off-road and all sorts of bits and pieces. It was about £20,000.
Goodness.
I know. I mean, I've tried Segway wheelchairs. They were about 15,000. My one's about 5, but near £20,000. I was so scared to take it through doorways in case I scratched it.
Was it made of the lightest metal ever, but also the sturdiest? What made it space age to make it so expensive?
It's not the space. I mean, it went up and down on like a scissor lift sort of thing, but it's because so few people need them and the R&D cost is so much that actually they are very expensive things, you know, because there's only about 1.4 million wheelchair users in the UK or something like that.
How much does a regular average wheelchair cost to purchase then? I've no idea.
So you get really, really cheap, horrible ones that are bound to be back in Argos for a couple of £100. My one, which if I switch the camera over, you can see sat here. He says going, ta-da! My one here, which I'm moving now, that one was about £5,000 for the chair itself.
£5,000. I'm gonna swear. Bloomin' hell. Okay.
So I spent further money on that power unit that I had underneath when we went out to do the video.
That's the one that gives you a boost going up. Sort of up.
Yeah, that was another £5,000. The bike I've got is about, they start anywhere with sort of 2,500, 3,000 upwards. Yeah, it's insane. I mean, the wheels on this are carbon fibre, and they are £800 a pair. Suspension wheels, you can be talking anything around £2,000. Just the wheels. And
you having to pay for that out of your own pocket?
Most disabled people have to pay for it out of their pocket if it is anything beyond the basic NHS provision.
Gosh.
It's expensive being disabled.
Okay.
Right, question 17.
That's cheery.
Right,
good.
Okay.
Rebecca Campbell says hi, gave us £30 because you're doing all the hard work, heavy lifting
that's
this
just
week.
for me.
Yeah, that's just
Brilliant.
for you.
Thanks.
Yeah. So when the money comes in, that's just for you.
I earned it. Let's be honest. Question. Yes, are we ready for the next one, Dominic? Question 17.
So, okay, at Crewe Station,
One
there
of
is a car.
One of our favourites.
There is a calm room. Okay, a calm room.
A what? A calm room?
Nice.
A calm room.
Okay.
Which of these purposes is it for? A, someone in a mental health crisis. B, someone living with neurodiverse disabilities like autism or epilepsy or along those lines, learning disabilities, etc. Or C, someone who is worried about missing their next train. Would you like those again?
Yes, please.
So, which of these purposes is the calm room at Crew Station for? Is it A, someone in a mental health crisis? B, someone living with neurodiverse disabilities? Or C, someone who is worried about missing their next train? It's the only one on the network. We'd love more.
I was gonna ask. I don't think I'd ever seen one anywhere.
Which platform is it on? Do we know?
I
That's
can't
great.
remember, but I tell you who does know is our friend Sarah.
Yes.
Aha.
Sarah, if
So
you're out,
actually-
Sarah, if you're out there, could you tell? I'll text her.
Send
Hang
me a
on.
message.
I'll text her
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah, you do that, and then I can go on with question 18.
Okay. Yes,
So,
please.
so question 18, I didn't write actually. One of my daughters wrote it. When travelling on the railway, how can you help someone with a non-visible disability? She's made this multiple choice, you'd be glad to know. A, wait for them to come to you. B, approach calmly and ask if you can help. Or C, employ a marching band. So that's when travelling on the railway, how can you help someone with a non-visible disability? A, wait for them to come to you. B, approach calmly and ask if you can help. Or C, employ a marching band.
Great question.
And if anybody wants to know the sign for help, it's can I help you?
Is that British Sign Language?
As BSL, it's help. So it's help you.
So it's
or
like so
help me.
you put your thumb up.
Oh.
Dominant hand. So you always lead with your dominant hand. So I'm a righty. Hello. And left hand underneath. Help you.
Help you.
Help me.
Help me. Ah.
Oh, so you
That's
can
cool.
so you can ask if you want help
Yeah.
or to
Yeah.
offer help.
that's-
All
yeah.
right.
Nice.
And you say the
Don't-
word help.
Don't
as you
don't
do.
it? I think we're going to get 1,000 people. If we go 3, 2, 1 together, we can get 1,000 people at home to all learn the British Sign Language for Help You Help Me.
So
Internet
again.
on cue. Dominic, you got to count us in.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Help. There we go.
Love it. We've all learned.
That's so cool.
What else can you teach us? So many
Again.
things.
So there you go. So there is some great YouTube. I'll put it out on my Twitter later. There's this really good YouTuber who teaches BSL, and there's some really good COVID sign pieces of how you can do customer service.
Have they had to come up? Have they had to come up with new sign language to deal with new COVID things?
Not really. So you remove a face covering when you're talking to somebody who is hard of hearing, living with hearing loss or deaf. And that's because you speak as you are signing, because they will use the expressions on your face, the way you're saying words, to help understand what you're saying, to communicate the emphasis. So, I mean, this is face mask, for example.
Face mask.
Yeah, so can you...
What you sort of do,
remove your
like
face
the
mask?
4 strands of the face mask.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'll put that out on my Twitter later
Please
on.
do. Yes.
All right. Are you
Yeah.
fluent in BSL? Do you know the whole?
No.
But you know it a lot, or bit no was that? But you know some.
No.
You know more than I do, than we do maybe.
So I know a few signs, mostly because I will talk with people who are living with hearing loss or are deaf, and they're two separate pieces as well. You know, you might have hearing loss and you may be using technology to support you, or you may be completely deaf and that's your identity, that's who you are, that's your disability. You know, and they're key things. But you know, when I communicate with our customers, whether it's as a stakeholder or I'm just saying hello to a friend, you know, it's hi, how are you?
You
just the
even went hello. You did you realise you did it?
hello.
I
So
thought it was.
that's
I thought it was a single finger, like hello,
No,
like that.
No, that's
what's that
what.
then? Oh,
So-
what? Okay, sorry.
So
Okay.
what's name your? So
Okay.
yeah, and BSL as well. It has its own grammar structure. So there's a difference between SSE and BSL as well. It's, yeah.
Dominic, you know what we should do? I should get you on for a live stream where we just chat for an hour about this kind of stuff.
Definitely,
And that's all we
yeah.
chat about. Because I feel like right now we could do this for like the next hour, but obviously we've got a quiz to do.
If we did, actually, we'd be better off getting other people who are disabled with their own lived experiences.
Okay.
Having just a really good chat.
We could do
because I
that.
think-
Why don't we could do that? I could get a Zoom up with multiple people, and then we have a.
Yeah.
Would that be appropriate if me or Vicky were to host that, and then we get other people on?
Yeah,
Wow.
I could give you a let's do, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, quiz. What are we here for?
Oh, sorry. Next
Question
question.
19.
Question 19.
So,
All right.
Okay, so question 19. So I'm gonna just quickly go. Yeah. So, if you see this sign at a ticket office,
I know what this
what
is.
does the T in the corner mean,
Oh,
please?
Yes, I think
What's
I know.
that T mean?
Dominic, sorry, I know we're moving on to it, but someone's saying in the comments, it's really fascinating. They say they have autism, and then sometimes they prefer to use sign language because of their autism, and they find that really handy. That's what they prefer. So that's really really
I mean, the interesting bit is when you have a non-visible disability, sometimes you don't always want to communicate that out that you are disabled.
Right.
And there's things like the sunflower lanyard. You don't have to wear it around your neck. You can just wrap it around your wrist and keep it on there, or you can hide it in your pocket. And just if you're talking to somebody and you just want to communicate very discreetly of, I just need a couple of extra minutes of your time, just bear with me here. Just having it in your hand, just tell somebody who is working for the railway, for a supermarket, airports, wherever, give our customer just a couple of extra minutes.
Right.
Clarify and make sure that you're if need be, are you sure that you can help them first time? Do you need more information? And there's all sorts of bits and pieces out there that there's a just a minute card as well. I know Brighton and Hove buses have their cards. They're just there for customer confidence, and to do that, and if somebody feels confident about signing, whether it's Makaton, BSL, SSE, do what gives you most confidence to communicate with somebody else if you need something for some help. That is all good.
Brilliant.
Question number 19.
Sorry.
What does that symbol mean?
Want the symbol back?
Yes, please.
I'll get the symbol back.
You say that, Dominic. Sorry. I've also got the symbol. Hang on.
You got the symbol.
I've got the symbol here too. Hang on. I also bothered to install it. There we go. Is that right?
Yes, that's it. Yes.
There we go.
I think I know the answer to that one. I think.
Somebody's walking in.
Is one of your three daughters walking
You've
in?
got a bit of shine. They've come to powder.
I hope. Yeah, they come to touch you up. I hope they're bringing you a cup of tea.
Me and my sisters haven't got any of the questions right so far.
Sorry, hang on. What do you expect me to do about it? One question blinking 20
By the way, you are live on the internet.
Oh, you're live on the internet now.
So-
Well done. No. We're supposed to be doing question 20 here.
I'm doing question 20.
Yes.
Which train is my daddy's favourite?
Oh, you've set this up.
1,000 bonus points if you're my sisters.
Yay!
You set that up, right?
Well, that's new question 20.
Dominic, was that a setup?
They've been set up by
These
somebody.
things happen.
I thought that was
These things
real. I
happen.
thought that was real.
Totally real.
I didn't even catch her. What was her question?
What's your favourite train? I think.
What's my daddy's favourite train? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to accept dad's train from anybody. I just want to be clear then. I'm going to repeat favourite. I mean,
I do know Dominic's favourite train, but if you don't know the
oh, that's
answer,
good.
because it's the one in the video with him where Dominic basically says these trains are amazing, and you were like, and you pumped the air because they're amazing trains. They're in the Greater Anglia region.
Oh,
is
it that one?
the clue? Yeah, I'd give you that. Yeah,
Okay.
You could either give like Dominic, you're looking for the manufacturer name or like the given name by the train community or the actual class number or any of those things.
I'd like to know the precise serial number. No. Okay. So long you can say which ones it is.
Yeah.
It's not my question now. Thank you very much, child.
Which child is that? Is that the oldest or the middle or the?
That was the youngest.
The young, okay. All right. How many times did you rehearse that? How many times did you rehearse that earlier?
It's not rehearsed, Jeff. These things happen in life.
Rehearse. I've been basically making them revise all week. I've had them.
I felt really bad. I was like, oh, they haven't got any
No,
right.
honestly, we've gone over here. He says going into the library. I have had them reading all week.
The manual.
The manual.
Dominic, hang on. The comments are going to go mad unless you bring that back and explain to us what it is, and then tell us where you got it from.
Oh, you can't get it anymore.
I
So-
know. Well, eBay, right?
Yeah, so this is the corporate
Amazing.
identity manual for British Rail. So this is all of a design guide for everything BR. I will confess, I didn't pay for it. The guy who pulled all this together, Tony Hayward, he actually had a spare one in his office that was spare, and he gave it to me.
Brilliant.
So yeah,
I'm
absolutely
sure
fantastic.
if you looked hard enough on Amazon or definitely on eBay, there'd be people selling their British Rail corporate identity manuals.
There is one here for you, Jeff.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Mr. Mark Overden's book, yes. Mr. Christian Lapp, thank you very much.
That's right.
I'm going to let you chat to Dominic while I make some tea.
Oh.
Feel free to go over the questions.
Okay,
'Cause
yes.
I need a
Was
break.
that so? That's it. So
Yeah,
that's
question-
all the
yeah,
questions.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I thought there
sh-
were some bonus ones maybe.
Shall we?
With.
I
do
didn't.
the
I
thing.
forgot to ask him.
Oh, okay.
What would be funny is that when Dominic gets to revise his questions,
Yeah.
will his daughter come in again and reenact the spontaneous moment of
She
the
won't. I'll
marriage?
send her to bed.
Oh no! So mean.
I'm putting the kettle on. Put your tea orders in the comments. Go.
I'll have a cuppa. So can I look at? So I have to read
Yes.
your questions out as well.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Brilliant. So we will just have a quick run through of all the questions to date, in case you missed any. So the first round was railways and food. Question 1: what does Coleman's mustard, Cadbury's chocolate, and Worcestershire sauce have in common? Question 2: the Welsh train service, which offers a fine dining experience for business class passengers, is called what? Is it the Gerald, the Peckish Peter, or the Hungry Harold? Question 3: on the 1st of November 1879, the very first Pullman dining car operated in the UK. It was run by the Great Northern Railway and ran between which two English cities? Was it Birmingham to London, Manchester to London, or Leeds to London? And for a bonus point, how much do you think it cost the Great Northern Railway to purchase this Pullman carriage? Question 4: in what year was the last microwaved beef burger served on board a GNER train service? Was it 1999, 2000, or 2001? And the final question of the first round, question 5, the British Rail poster advertising their Traveller's Fare restaurant car had a slogan. Was that slogan "Dine, you've got time"? Dine on the line, or dine for the last time? Question number 6. So this was Jeff's round. I'm going to try and avert my gaze from the answers while looking through his sheets. It was known as Virgin Trains. What is it now known as? Question 7, it was known as First Capital Connect. What is it now known as? Question 8, it was Silverlink, but what is it now known as? And there are 2 talks for the answer of that. Question 9, it was known as Central Trains. And then there was 3 possible answers for that one. What is the 3 talks that now run the services along where Central Trains used to run? And then question 5, it was known as Connex. I was going to say Connect, that's incorrect. Connex. And there are 2 train operating companies that now operate that service. Oh, now I've got to do a bit of tech. I'm going to lean over this way to do. I might see. Oh, Dominic, I might have to move you up the screen. I don't know if I can, though. So we'll wait and see. I can. There you go. Thank you. That's helpful. That's very helpful. Thank you. Question.
Can you shrink me at the same time?
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, ready? Here we go.
No, hold on. Ready?
Yep.
There we go. Perfect. Thanks very much.
That's right.
You did all the work there, Dominic.
Gesture control is brilliant, isn't it?
Right, okay. I tick down here. So this is our train smash round. I think I unclick this, and if I do this, this will be yay! Phew. So this was question. Let me get this. This is round 3, but question number. Just get that right. 11. Smash the two answers together, the picture on the left and the description of a station on the right. This is question 12. Oh, you're getting your laptop out.
Just doing some admin.
This one is question 13. This one is question 14. I don't know why I'm not reading them out. I just thought, I'll pop them up on the screen. I could have been reading out the clues. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm not doing that. Question 15. And then, Dominic, if you are happy to run through your questions again in the fourth and final round.
So, question 16. In the specifications for train design, the European ones, not the original UK ones, what is the maximum weight for a wheelchair and wheelchair user? Is it A, 200 kilograms, B, 250 kilograms, or C, 300 kilograms? Question 17, at Cruise Station, there was a calm room. Which of these purposes is it for? Is it A, someone in a mental health crisis, B, someone living with neurodiverse disabilities, or C, someone who is worried about missing their next train? Question 18, when travelling on the railway, how can you help someone with a non-visible disability? Is it A, wait for them to come to you, B, approach calmly and ask if you can help, or C, employ a marching band? Or question 19, at a ticket office you may see the blue sign with a line through an ear, and in the corner there's a T. What does the T mean? And question 20, thank you very much, lovely daughter. What is my favourite kind of train?
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Dominic. You should be writing in any missing answers now, and then we will ask you to pass your answer sheets to the team on your left so that there is no cheating whilst we go through the answers. But before we do...
Dan Spence has just sent me a thing saying, leave it, but he's added in another phrase. He's confused me. He's added an additional phrase. I'm not sure I can display it on screen without...
Okay, offending people.
Sorry, Dan.
Okay.
He's delivered and then added more.
Okay.
Before we do, we're going to what, Vicky?
Oh, I didn't know if there was anything else you wanted to do.
No, I think we can crack straight on with the answers.
Really? Is it answer time? Dominic, is there anything else you want to chat about before we dive into the answers?
No, I'm good.
Brilliant. Where is my answer sheets? I have a question though.
Yeah.
Can I do something never done in a quiz before?
Yeah.
Can I go for a toilet break?
You need a bathroom break?
Yeah, I need a quick wee.
Okay. This is why I tell you to go before we start. Honestly.
Leave it!
Are we nearly there yet?
Are we nearly?
So if you just chat amongst yourselves.
Then I'll chat to Dom.
yourselves.
Vicky's going to have a bathroom break. That's
I'm going to
fine.
see if I can do the Rubik's Cube before she comes back.
Dominic, do you need a bathroom break or are you good?
I'm a railway man, mate. I've got,
I'm just going to...
fine.
Well,
I'll tell you what, actually...
you've had to sit in the luggage van of a thumper for 90 minutes, so you know what it's like.
Try finding a working disabled toilet on a blinking train, I can tell you. And yeah, there we are.
Well, except, again, it's better now, right?
Well, that's it. It is better. I mean, they are more reliable now than they were. It's just a case of accessible toilets are few and far between. And actually, if you want a real rarity... everyone Google after this what a changing place is. They are essentially a larger toilet that's wheelchair accessible, and they are designed so that if you need a hoist to be lifted out of your wheelchair, they have a hoist, they have a changing table, a shower, and yeah, they're just brilliant for disabled people who actually need something a little bit more to go to the toilet.
I was listening, but I'm more fascinated by the fact that you were clearly solving the Rubik's Cube. Did you just solve the Rubik's Cube?
No, I'm nearly done. And then
I'm sure everyone was listening intently to your story, but I can guarantee you everybody was watching you do the Rubik's Cube.
I have never ever solved a Rubik's Cube in my life.
You've just done it. I can see you doing it.
Well, actually, not only I can do one, but all three of my daughters can do this.
Have you taught them how to do it, or did they self-teach themselves?
That's brilliant.
I wrote the instructions down. There you go.
Oh, Dominic!
I'm not that quick.
That was about a minute. What's your fastest time?
Probably about a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, all my daughters can do it. It's just a set of processes. That's all it is. But it's like a fidget cube for me. It's when I need to distract the front bit of my brain. My daughters have got various bits and pieces like a fidget spinner and a fidget cube. I tend to use the Rubik's Cube because it means that while I'm working through a set of processes with one part of my body, I can actually then just line up some thoughts in my brain.
Amazing.
That is I've never done one. Never been able to.
I'll send you the instructions. You can amaze you.
I started to learn it, and then I can do like 2/3 of a Rubik's Cube.
Do we have a Rubik's Cube?
Maybe in the loft. Yeah. Yeah. We'll talk Rubik sometimes, Dominic. Chris Hooker, thank you very much. Are we ready to do
I'm sorry I
answers?
interrupted the flow
Answers.
of the quiz, but we are now ready for the answers. So, if you turn to round 1, railways and food. So, for the first question, what does Coleman's mustard, Cadbury's chocolate, Worcestershire... I have to concentrate really hard when I say Worcestershire, because I always want to say Worcestershire.
Worcestershire, yeah.
Sauce. What do they have in common?
Now,
What did you have, Jeff?
well, they've all got railway stations, haven't they? There's Worcestershire Parkway, and then Cadbury's chocolate is at Bourneville.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't work out where Coleman's mustard was. But I feel like that is linked to the fact that the Coleman's mustard factory is right next to a station somewhere, and there's obviously a link between all those stations.
So you sort of hit on the answer with your last thought.
Yeah.
So all of those. Well, actually, sorry, Dominic. Did you want to add to that or have any thoughts on that?
So I know there was a sidings at the Coleman's mustard. I'm fairly sure Bourneville had its own sidings, and the Worcestershire sauce had its own sidings as well. They were all connected to the railway.
So I would give you the points for that, definitely, yes. So they were companies that all moved their factories to be closer to the railways and have a siding off the main line so that they could then obviously distribute their goods. So if you've put something like... I'll let you have. They all have a train station, or they all had sidings, or anything that sort of says that they were deliberately next to the railway. So Coleman's bought a piece of land from Norfolk Railways deliberately when they moved to Carrow Road, so it was right near the station.
So it was in Norwich.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they had a factory somewhere else, and then they deliberately bought a piece of the railway land to be near. Cadbury's again moved to what is now Bourneville, and this when that station. The station that is now known as Bourneville was called Sturchley Street, and then it later changed to Bourneville. And Worcestershire sauce, they had a factory, or they were making their product sort of in Broad Street, which is in the centre of Worcester, but then they moved to what's now known as Midland Road. They named the road after the railway, which is near Worcester Shrub Hill Station. So anything that vaguely says that have 2 points.
Amtrak Gaming, thank you. Okay, cool. People are saying OS map. I haven't forgot, when we get to my questions, I'm doing the OS map. I haven't forgotten the OS map. It's fine.
Question 2. The Welsh train service, which offers a fine dining experience for business class passengers, is called what?
The Peter Pepper Pecker, the Gerald.
The Gerald.
It is the Gerald.
I really want it to be the Hungry Harold, though, but
Hungry
it's not.
Howard is funny.
So the Gerald for 2 points. Question 3. On the 1st of November 1879, the very first Pullman dining car to operate in the UK was on the Great Northern Railway service between which 2 English cities? Dominic, what did you put for that one?
I initially wrote Leeds, and then I changed it to Manchester.
No, I think it is Leeds.
It is Leeds.
Yeah, Leeds.
So they left at about 10 a.m. and they got to London about 2 p.m. And I read one of the original newspaper articles which talks about it, and they did like a trial run before the official service, and it went to Peterborough, and it was all very fancy, and everyone was very excited because these had been operating in America for a while, and they didn't come over till a bit later. Dominic.
So America had dining cars first.
Pullman is an American company, I believe.
I did not know that.
I believe.
All right.
I think you're right, Vicky. But I'm just aghast at the rudeness there. I put my hand up, miss.
I'm so sorry,
sorry.
Dominic.
Do I get 1 point for writing London?
And was Leeds A, B, or C? Sorry.
It was C.
C. Leeds was C.
Yeah, go on.
You can't
It's a
get
bit
1 point.
fun.
You can't get 1 point for London. What? Rubbish.
It's a bit of fun. For a bonus point, how much do you think it cost Great Northern Railway to purchase this Pullman
I
carriage?
put £18. It's old pounds, when it was pounds, shilling and pence.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I find that funny. Dominic?
I wrote a quid.
Yeah, it could be a really low number.
£3,000.
But back then,
that was a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. Because what? Wow.
Yeah. I feel like I need to backtrack on Dominic's point for London because I've just realised that it was multiple choice. So I did say Leeds to London. So I feel like I need to backtrack on that, Dominic.
-1, Dominic.
Because they were all to London.
You can give us a Paddington Bear style hard stare as much as you like. -1.
Because I've just reviewed. I panicked in the moment because I did say Birmingham to London. They were all to London, weren't they?
So you don't get a point for London. That's just nonsense.
So, sorry about that, Dominic.
They're making a Paddington 3 movie, by the way.
Oh, I hope it's better than 2.
I said something really... Sorry, we're going off a tangent again. I genuinely got into an argument with my friend Mark this week. Because I was like, he's like, Paddington 2 is the best movie ever. And I was like, what? I was like, Paddington, the original Paddington, is brilliant.
Yes.
Like, it's a near perfect...
Absolutely.
Brilliant plot, funny narrative, structured, love it. Paddington 2 is, I want to say patch, it's not a paw on the original Paddington. Paddington 2 is terrible. It's a really bad sequel. Who agrees with me or who thinks that Paddington 2 is good?
It's not as good as the
not
first
as good.
one.
There's no way. But apparently on Rotten Tomatoes, the review website, it's like got a perfect 100% score. Dominic, where do you stand on Paddington 2?
I don't stand. I fall flat on my face. But let me check with the target demographic of Paddington 2, the movie. Thumb up or thumb down.
Oh, yeah.
Never seen it either. So that's
What?
how good it was.
Could
There we go.
you please download, rent, stream Netflix Paddington 2 for your 3 small ones or teenage small ones, whatever they are, and then could we get like a thumbs review, please?
I might do if they're really good.
Paddington 2 is better. No, I agree with Jeff, except for the bus bit. 2 is not good. See, it's
hard to make a good sequel, isn't it?
It's a Marmite. You either love it or you hate it, and I wasn't a fan of Paddington 2. But Paddington 1 is amazing.
The only 2 film franchises that ever got sequels right are Die Hard.
Agreed.
And Back to the Future.
No.
Yes.
The Bourne series, apart from that rubbish one, the ones with Matt Damon in, they were all very good.
Hang on, are you saying that Back to the Future is no good as a trilogy? Because
can we cut him off? Hey, we all like different things, but I am a big, huge Back to the Future fan, I have to say. Okay, hold on. Where do we get to? Question 3.
4.
Oh, sorry, 4. In what year was the last microwave beef burger served on board a GNER train service? Was it 99, 2000, or 2001?
I guessed C, 2001.
You guessed C, Dominic?
Yeah,
it was
C.
1999.
Oh, A, 1999. Yeah, that was a pure guess.
And it was
my first Eurostar with GNER. Just a fun fact.
Question 5. This is the posters. The British Rail poster advertising the Traveller's Fair restaurant car had the slogan, was it dine, you've got time, dine on the line, or dine for the last time?
Was it dine on the line?
Dominic, what did you think?
Dine, you've got time.
It was dine on the line.
Dine on the line.
Brilliant.
Hang on, look, we can have all 4. You, me, the poster, Dominic. Dominic is sat on top of the poster.
Okay. And that's the end of the first round. So a possible 11 points, including the bonus for that round. Wow.
Just taking those out. Right, Dominic, you remembered earlier you chose Ordnance Survey Land Ranger map number 11. Was it 6 or 7? I think you chose 1.
I said 117 and a half.
So the nearest one I've got to that is 119, which is Buxton, Matlock, and the Dovedale area. Ooh. On the back of the map of the UK. That is that area there.
How much did it cost you?
I know, right? Look, the sticker's still on there. If you live in the Buxton, Matlock, or OS map 119 area, give yourself a bonus 1 point OS map point for living in that area. That is 119.
Wait, so how much was it?
That cost me £1.75.
From where?
In Wordsworth Bookshop.
Where's that?
In a town, presumably in Buxton or Matlock somewhere.
Did you say Wordsworth or Worksworth?
Words, space, worth.
Okay.
I've never heard of
So
that.
Worksworth is
I'm
a place there.
Fairly sure I was out on the canal one day and I realised I didn't have an OS map, shockingly. And so I cycled to the nearest town, went in and was like, need to buy the OS map for here. And then left. That's it. Bonus OS map point.
How many points?
Just one.
Just one. Okay. Right, your turn, round 2, where I will get 0 points.
Old train operators. Question 6. So Virgin Trains, the west bit, are now known as...
I'm going to hand this over to Dominic straight away.
Dominic, hi.
Hi, Avanti Trains.
Avanti Trains or Avanti West Coast. If you've got the word Avanti in, even if you've said the one with the orangey red triangle, I'll give you...
Well, I could have said that.
I'll give you 2 points. Yeah.
Hello to my friends at Avanti.
Or the West Coast main line, but it was previously Virgin West Coast. Yeah. Legally, they were known as West Coast Trains Limited, but their brand name was Virgin Trains. And then, of course, you had Virgin East Coast, which were like the same but separate.
All
Do you know
right.
who the other shareholder was?
Go on.
So it was Virgin Group and Stagecoach.
Okay. So, I mean, you've given us £3 again. That's very kind, sir, seeing as I'm pretty sure you gave us £3 at the top of the quiz. So, twice. Thank you. Dine for the last time, you could be our sandwich. That should have been the slogan of Traveller's Fair. Question number 7.
Yeah.
First Capital Connect, Vicky, became...
I'm handing this to Dominic as well.
Fairly sure it's GTR. It's now Great Northern and that, isn't it?
I'll take GTR Northern, but mainly I'm looking for Thameslink because it was First Capital Connect Thameslink. But if you've got a variant of that, like GTR, then I will also accept that. But mainly I'm looking for Thameslink. I'll take GTR as well as an answer. I'll be flexible with the answers. Question number 8. Silverlink, Vicky, became...
Yeah.
This is where you pass over to Dominic to be funny.
Oh, I'm passing to Dominic.
Have you got an answer?
I've got an answer.
Yes.
Well, I put Thameslink, but that's wrong.
It's not Thameslink.
Or London Overground.
It's correct. So, but the Richmond to what was Woolwich, then they curtailed it when they built the DLR to Stratford line, was Silverlink. But there's a second operator. Dominic, do you know what the second one was?
There's actually 2 different in here. So London Midland took over the main routes.
That's the one that I've also got, yes. So it's split between London Overground and London Midland, yeah.
If you might remember, Milton Keynes through to Clapham Junction,
which is now Southern. Was that a Silverlink?
There used to be Silverlink services ran through there as well.
Gosh, all right, I'll take that. So give yourself 2 points if you said London Overground. A bonus 2 points if you said London Midland. A bonus 2 points if you said Southern for getting the Milton Keynes to Clapham service.
Wait,
okay.
I'm trying to keep.
But the main one that everybody will remember is the fact that their base Silverlink was the North London line, and that's when it was a pretty
and the Metro Watford line as well.
It was a pretty patchy. Yes, it was a pretty patchy service, half an hour. Very bad stations, as in no ticketing facilities and no lights, no information. Definitely not accessible. And when London Overground came along, they just brought it right up to the 21st century and made them brilliant.
How many possible points in that answer?
6 possible points in that answer.
In fact, I think we should also, in that case, then we need to recognise Bletchley to Bedford,
Oh,
which
no.
was Silverlink.
Really?
And that is now London Midland Railway.
8 possible points.
That actually went to Central, I think. No, it didn't. It went to West Midlands Train. Yeah.
I'm taking your word on that, Dominic. All right, which I'm very happy to do, by the way, because I know you know your stuff. Right. Well, you say Central. They've come up in question 9. So Central Trains became whom, Vicky? Multiple operators. This is hard.
London Northwestern? No. London Midland?
London Midland was one of them.
How many points for that?
2 points.
East Midlands?
East Midland Trains, as they were. Another 2 points. Yeah.
That's all I got.
And the other was Cross Country. So Cross Country took over the majority of Central Trains routes. So for question 9, give yourself 2 points for Cross Country, 2 points for London Midland, and 2 points for East Midland Trains. 6 points in total available there. Central Trains became those 3 operators when all the routes and franchises were handed out. And then the one that Dominic gave away.
I didn't hear it though.
Question number 10. I said Connex. Vicky, what have you got?
I'm going to pass this straight to Dominic.
Dominic.
So there was Southeastern,
Yes.
and I'm fairly sure the other one was Southern.
Yeah, so you had Connex Southern and then Connex Southeastern. Yeah, and nowadays it's just Southern and Southeastern.
So it's
So-
Connex South Central.
Oh, is it Connex South Central? Yeah, okay. But it's now Southern. The answers I'm looking for now are Southern and Southeastern.
Okay.
So Surrey and Kent was all run, and Sussex were all run by Connex. But so it's now Southern and Southeastern. So 2 points each there, 4 points in total.
So possible
Dave-
22 points in that
There's
round.
a lot of points in that round. I'm worried because out of the corner of my eye, I can see my phone flashing up with a text. That means Dave McCormack is texting me, going,
You've missed one."
You've missed one," and I
I
don't.
think-
And
Stop!
I don't. I don't want to look at my phone because I'll be like,
I'm
"Oh,
going to
yeah."
say...
Leave
I
it.
think
No, keep going, Dominic. Keep
Leave
going.
it.
I'm
Leave
fairly
it.
sure that somebody is going to say Central Trains and the Aberystwyth line was Central and then taken over by Tranau Arriva Cymru.
Yeah. Are we, okay.
But I'm not. I'm sure they're probably right because I was living on the heart of Wales at the time, and I do have some vague memories.
I'm
But-
sorry. No, whoa. Don't you were
But-
living on the Heart of Wales line.
Yeah, at Rhayader and Andrindod.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I went to school at Bilth. But I'm fairly sure that the Aberystwyth line was actually ran by Wales and Borders. I'm reasonably sure, but I need to look it up and double check because this is before I really got truly nerdy and able to do a Rubik's Cube and stuff like that. So, yeah.
So does that mean there's potential extra points?
I think there's potential for argument there. Let's move on.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is just score the points for the ones that I've read out because it's
Okay.
not like I'm just denying you an answer. I'm giving you points for answers that we know definitely are correct.
Okay.
So it's not like we're taking something away.
6, 18, 19, 20. So there's possible 22 points there.
Gosh, hard round.
Yikes!
That was a hard round.
You thought my food round was hard.
I enjoyed your food round.
I enjoyed that round.
Are we ready for? Here we go. Oh no. Oh. Train Festival. Let's bring them up on screen. Number 1. Here we go. I like how our eyes are just.
You sort of squat down a bit so I can do the same thing as yourself. No, I can't do it. This chair is too ergonomic. It doesn't let you slump.
What did you have for this one, Vicky?
The TARDIS.
The TARDIS. So we were looking for Dis Station,
I
DISS.
wasn't going to dish yet. I wasn't going to speak ill.
Oh, I see. That was your gap. Oh,
Oh, I get it now.
Dis, yeah. TARDIS, DISS.
So 2 points, one for each part of
But there's
that.
no way you can get TARDIS and not get Dis
You
Station.
might have
Okay.
never heard of DIS Station.
So 1 point if you only got TARDIS,
TARDIS.
1 point if you only got Dis, 2 points if you said
Okay.
TARDIS SS. Okay. If anybody in the Norfolk area didn't get that question, then they're in trouble in the Greater Anglia region. That was just for you, Dominic.
Thanks.
Train
and the
smash
whole of East Anglia.
and the whole of East Anglia. Train smash number 2. A former least used station of London that was replaced by Meridian Water. What did you have, Vicky?
Had Weeping Angel Road.
Correct.
Yay!
It's a Weeping
I can
Angel
hear a
Road.
cheer from the other room. Doctor Who fans.
Now people might be going, "Oh, it's the Weeping Angels," but that
Yes.
was a Weeping Angel.
Singular.
So, singular. So it's but we're looking for. I'm pretty sure it's obvious. Weeping Angel Road, and Angel Road was replaced by Meridian Water a couple of years ago. Train smash number 3. A London station that is located underground but is not part of the tube. Dominic, did you get this one?
I did. I love this one.
Go on.
I do. It's Jack Hart Nessex Road.
It's actually Captain Jack Harkness Road, but if you didn't say Captain, well, there you go. So it's Jack Harkness Road.
I've just heard another cheer.
Yay!
Essex Road was the station. Captain Jack Harkness is the character, so it's Captain Jack Harkness Road.
I can picture it. I've stood on the platforms. I've got a train from there. Couldn't remember. Brilliant.
Train smash number 4. A Cornish station that is there's a request stop, but is also served by just one regular stopping train in the morning on its way to Paddington. Vicky, you
Only got half. Only got the.
Dominic, do you know the station? I think Vicky struggled with the station.
Do you know what? I couldn't get it either.
I can picture it. I think there's an estuary. I think I got a taxi there.
Oh
in
no,
all the
you're
stations.
thinking of Luxillian.
I am.
No,
That's incorrect.
This is Menheniot.
Oh, I would not have got that.
So it's Cyber Menheniot.
I've got Cyberman.
I got a Cyberman.
Yeah, me too.
Cyber Menheniot is what I was looking for there.
Is
I know.
is it Cyberman or Men?
I'm just telling you the answer is Cyber Menheniot.
Well, what's the station? How do you spell it?
MEN.
Oh, so it's Cybermen.
But in that case,
So
we're having plural.
I don't even get 1 point because I put Cyberman.
I'll let you have Cyberman.
Yes.
But the plural will be Cybermen, Cyber Menheniot.
Got it.
There we go. Train smash number 5. A West Yorkshire station that's recently had a platform 0 added to it. Dominic, the answer is
Donna Noble Leeds.
Donna Noble Leeds. So we've had Bruce Leeds, we've had Clement at Leeds,
Crembu Leeds.
Leeds.
What was last
I
week?
need to give the credit there though to my
last-
eldest daughter.
Last week was Stan.
Woo-hoo.
Last week was Stan Leeds.
Oh, there we go.
This week Donna Noble
Noble
Leeds. Yes.
Brilliant.
Did your daughter get that and you didn't?
So the eldest one did. Fair play to her. I knew it was Donna and Leeds, but I didn't know her surname.
Okay.
And she very kindly messaged me that answer through
Team
in
effort. Love it.
in exchange for a lot of other answers.
Right. So
Brilliant.
that's the end of the quiz.
No.
Yep, fantastic.
Right, Dominic, I'm gonna big you up again. Are you ready?
Hang on.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Go.
There we go.
Oh, hello.
Did it just become a bit more echoey?
Yeah, okay. So, question 16 was in the specifications of train design, what is the maximum weight for a wheelchair and wheelchair user? The answer was C, 300 kilograms.
What
I
did
put
we
B.
put? And by we, I mean you.
I put B, 250.
Is there a reason
So-
why? What's the science behind that, Dominic?
Couldn't tell you. It was long before my time. It was set out in the POMTSI. Actually, the person who will probably know is Anne Bates. And I dare say if she's watching, she will tweet me and tell me why. But yeah, it's basically the combined weight because electric power chairs, the electric wheelchairs, they are incredibly heavy, some of them. Incredibly
I
heavy.
bet they are. Yeah.
I mean, I have a set for my car that allows me to put 200 kilograms up them and into the boot, and even then, it's it's quite worrying sometimes watching them. Yeah,
So,
Okay.
so it was C, 300 kilograms. Okay.
C 300 kilograms. That was a
Okay.
nice easy one to start. So, question 17: at cruise station, the calm room. Which of the purposes is it for? A, someone someone in a mental health crisis. B, someone living with neurodiverse disabilities, and C, someone who is worried about missing their next train. Yes, that's right. You get 2 points for each of those answers because it is all three.
It's a trick question.
It was a trick question. It's an absolutely fantastic resource. It's really nice and quiet in there. If you're just having a moment of, oh my goodness, you can go in there. If you're having a mental health crisis, go in there. I know it's shut at the moment because of the unmentionable, but it's a fantastic place. If there were more of them out there in the network, it'd be brilliant. And yeah, that's at Crew.
That's fantastic. Brilliant.
Yeah.
That is really great.
Why don't we have more calm rooms at other stations?
So it was a first of its kind, and it only opened in the past couple of years. So I know that we would like to ideally probably put more out there for our members to put them on stations and so on.
So someone's actually saying in the comments, credit to someone who was on work experience. Someone called Megan Hughes, when working
Yes.
with Emerging Trains, came up
Nice.
with the idea. Nice.
Brilliant.
Yes, yeah, that's absolutely correct. And I know many people have really valued that space at Crew. I mean,
Well, then
Crew's a really busy
We should
place.
have more. We should have
Yeah.
at least at like the big major stations.
Yes. Yeah.
You know,
So
why doesn't Birmingham
we do
have one?
have-
Why doesn't?
So we do have, they're not called calm rooms, but there are at many network rail stations now at what they call assistance lounges, but they're just a quiet space.
I've been in the one at. There's definitely one at Euston. I've been in the one at Euston before. Yeah.
There's one at Euston, there's one at New Street, there's one at Liverpool Street, because you and I had a chat there.
Oh, is that where you and I met that time? Okay.
Yep.
Right.
I'm sure that there are others, I know, but it's late on a Saturday night. I can't remember all of them, unfortunately. But yeah, there's also there's changing places as well. There's a few of those around the network as well. There's one at King's Cross and where is it, York and all that. Anyway, well, I'm digressing. Question 18.
Hang on. So for that, was there a
It was
possible
six-
was there a possible 6 points if you said?
I will give 6 points because we all know that points equal to a value of 0.00001 pence.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, slightly more valuable than Jeff's kudos that he was giving for the world champions of state talks. So question 18 wasn't mine. It was in fact.
Dun, 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 dun.
It was this one. This is
Yay!
Hello.
wave to the internet.
Wave to YouTube.
Hello.
That's YouTube all in there. So the question,
it's all of YouTube.
when travelling on the railway, how can you help someone with a non-visible disability? A, wait for them to come to you. B, approach calmly and ask if you can help. Or C, employ a marching band. Please tell the answer to the internet.
B.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you.
She would no doubt tell you the answer to question 20 shortly.
Hang on, can we confirm what the answer? Can we confirm what option B was, please?
Approach calmly and ask if you can help. Now, there'll be questions of how do you know if somebody has a non-visible disability?
Yes.
And it might be that somebody may be fidgeting and looking nervous. It might be that somebody's lost, literally looking like they don't know what's going on. Or even if you identify, an older person perhaps that might actually not necessarily be considering themselves disabled, but actually because of, they might be tired. It might be that they're living with dementia or Alzheimer's. At those points, just if somebody looks a bit lost, just say, "You're right. Can I help?" Even as do you want me to grab a member of staff for you? Some people I mentioned earlier will wear a sunflower lanyard, maybe have it wrapped around their wrist. That's a useful identifier, but it's entirely up to a person as to what they might use to give them confidence as well. A sunflower lanyard is not a mandatory thing. I don't walk around wearing one or wheel around wearing one because, people can see I'm in a wheelchair. It's just whatever gives somebody confidence to say, to show that they might need somebody to say, "Hey, can I help?"
Okay. All right. Which takes us. What was it? Yeah. What was it again? It was
B. Help
you.
Cool.
So which leads us to the final question.
Oh no, 19.
Oh, sorry.
So you're jumping ahead. So
Sorry.
19 next.
19 was the blue. Do you want to put it on, Jeff, or shall I put it on?
Let's both put it on the count of three. Three, 2, 1, go.
So I asked what the T stands for down there in the corner. Now, it stands for telecoil, and it is a loop system that will basically flick a switch at the back of your hearing aid, and it switches from using the microphone in your hearing aids to using a magnetic coil system, picks up a speech, and means you don't get all the background noise. You can just hear the person speaking into the microphone.
But
normally called.
Didn't you say there were 3 settings? Sorry. So what?
There are 3 settings on a hearing aid.
Which are?
Which is O, T, and M. Which is M is on, T is telecoil, and O is off.
Oh, I see. Right. Oh, okay. Right. Okay.
I think I'm fairly sure.
I didn't put the word T. What T? Oh, I can't speak. What T stands for? I read that I knew that you, if you were wearing a hearing device, would need to switch it to the T channel.
Yeah. If you wrote anything about hearing loops or switch for your hearing aid, I'm happy to give 2 points because you knew what it was about. And that's a really crucial thing because they are so underrated. They're absolutely brilliant tools, and there should be more of them in the world.
But why are they underrated? Why don't we have more of them?
I think mostly because if you're not living with hearing loss or if you're not deaf, you don't know the value of clearly being able to understand what somebody's saying to you.
Okay.
I mean, when somebody puts their hand in front of their mouth and they're mumbling away, if you're living with hearing loss or you're relying on lip reading, if you're deaf, that's essentially you are just putting a whacking great barrier in the way of communicating with them. And it's, it's almost offensive to me, if you like, that just that simple act. And
but
so, yeah.
So, but where on the railway do you see the hearing loops? Is it just at ticket offices, or will they have it in other locations as well?
every help point should have them in.
Okay.
So you know the help points, so they should have a hearing loop in them. Ticket offices.
Are they on trains? They're not on.
They're not on trains. Now, they're very fragile. I know we're looking at this, and there's a big innovation fund going on at the minute, actually. And one of the things I have said in that is, please, somebody give us a robust loop-type system, to basically help us through the next 10 years or so, until we can get to some sort of standard using low-energy Bluetooth, that we can begin to use sort of standard technology. But yeah.
All right.
Fantastic.
Would love, absolutely would love more.
So you mean to say that even your favourite train hasn't got hearing loops installed on them?
Yeah, it really does suck. Sorry, that's a very blunt. I
think you're allowed to say that.
Yeah, I mean, I would love for hearing loops to be everywhere. I really would. Yeah. Because if that train stops, it stops during its journey, and this, that's a busy train, you might not be able to see the signs that are saying, this train is held here because of a delay. Just getting some information, especially when it's, somebody's talking manually over a PA, just getting some information is better than nothing. Yeah. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
But that does take us to question number 20, which is your daughter going to reenact the...
I don't know if she is going to reenact the. I'm just waiting for a door to fling open for.
There's about a 12-second delay, Dominic, between me saying it and your daughter watching the TV, realising what she's got to do, run in, reenact it.
Hang on, I'll just shout, "Oi, Scratch!" Nuzzle and Scratch TV program when they were little. It's they've always been called Nuzzle and Scratch. Don't ask. It's better than the other names I call them, because believe you me, you don't want to hear me.
Great, okay.
I have a guess for this.
Go on, you have a guess.
Flirt.
Vicky has written flirt, and I would say that is correct.
You
big flirt.
Yeah.
And I put down Stadler.
Yep.
But you could also put down the two class numbers. Is that right?
Yeah, so you can put 745, 755, Stadlers, Flirts, the Greater Anglia low floor trains. Yeah. If that's what you meant, I will accept it for 2 points. 2 points. Unless, of course, you are my daughter, in which case you have been given by the virtue of your sister 1,000 bonus points. So guess who's won tonight?
Hey.
Oh, sorry, that reminds me. There's a new rule tonight, Dominic. Lose 1,000 points if your nickname is Scratch. By the way, that's just something that I just thought of. So it's just that's the way it goes.
You win some, you lose.
You win some, you lose some.
Get right off some people, can't you?
Right, I'm gonna squeeze you back down, Dominic. Sorry, squeeze. I'm just wondering how small can I actually make you? Oh, I can make you really small. Look, I could put you on my bookshelf. Look, I just put you there.
Yeah, actually. Jeff, why have you got a stain down the back of the t-shirt?
What?
It's on the bookshelf looking down. He's going to be looking now as well.
Yeah. Mirror.
Dave McCormick has texted me.
Shall I see if it's the same as me?
To say what he thinks it's out of.
Hold on, 3, 4. Oh no, 2, 3.
I haven't got a clue. I haven't been keeping score.
Oh, thank you. £5. Definitely. Edutainment, educational entertainment. See, Dominic, we taught people things. That's good.
I think it's out. The email. I think it, including the OS map point, I believe it is out of 58 points this evening.
Dave McCormick said 57, so
I just concur.
It's either 57 or 58.
Did you include the OS map, Mr. McCormick? So potentially. Because it was 11 points, I believe, for round 1, 22 for round 2, 10 points for round 3, 14 points for Dominic's round 4, and then a potential extra 1 point if you lived in the OS map area, which I believe is 58.
Dave just said, 58.
Drones and counting are now officially my things.
Now we've got to make a new logo saying drones and counting. What? Oh, man. Could you just stall for 20 seconds, Vicky, while I just...
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've
so
done it.
Let
Yeah.
us know your points.
There we go.
And don't forget, nobody got nothing because you could have invoked your Weemsbay card at any point.
We've got a leave it graphic. There we go.
I love that. That's absolutely brilliant.
Penalty for picking it up.
Could you, if you can drop that on email over to me, that might be making appearances in meetings at work.
Thank you to Dan for just doing that. That's very funny. So it's out of 58.
Brilliant. How did you do, Dominic? Were you keeping a track of your points?
Hang on, let me. Badly.
No, you definitely got 2 because you could use your
Remember,
Weemsbay.
I got 4 points in the train operating company one. Thank goodness, by the way, that saved a lot of face.
If you think you got 0, give yourself 2 points for Weems
yeah.
Bay, so that nobody ever... That should be a slogan. Nobody ever gets 0 in our quiz. That's great. 46 from Rob
Well
Fox
done.
there. Well done, Mr. Foxy. Nice.
We've got loads of 17, which is a great.
Alexia,
16. That's fantastic. 40, 27.
Lewis Bergman got
Paul
8, but
Webster got
Lewis, you have
47.
won the Twitter meme game this week for ScotRail, so take that as your thanks.
How many was
Sorry,
that,
can I-
Dominic?
So Paul Webster at Community Rail Network, he got 47. Oh,
Yikes!
nice work.
Well done.
Did anybody beat? Honestly, did anybody beat 47? Did anybody get 50 something?
That was some high
He's reckoning
scoring.
58 out of 58.
Dominic,
but-
somebody says Stig says Dominic rocks. So you rock, sir.
Right.
Squid 360 is saying they got 58 out of 58. That would be quite a thing.
That would be quite.
That
So
would
you
be-
live in Buxton
Oh.
Matlock or Dovedale.
Sarah Ward, 56. I want to make sure that's right.
Sarah, did you? Oh, so she texted you, but she hasn't texted me back.
Well, hang on, I'm going to
Oh
find
no,
out.
no! I tell a lie. She's texted me back. The calm room. Sorry, Sarah. At Crewe is at platform 5. There we go.
Nice.
But is that the southbound or the northbound? I can't remember. For the
Crewe is huge.
Crewe is
I think it's the
complicated, isn't it?
southbound end from memory.
Okay.
But
Oh,
yeah,
she
I'm-
says it's the London bound. There we go. And it's the small waiting room. The OS map, by the way, was 119. It's the Buxton and Matlock map. If
Was
you're
it
on
119? Yes,
119. OS map 119 for a bonus OS point. Do you want to award a bonus point?
Sure. If you are currently still have tea in your mug, get an extra bonus point.
Cool.
Brilliant. That's it. We are
Phew.
5 minutes over.
I'm so exhausted. I'm so tired.
Dominic, it's been such a pleasure to have you with us this evening. Thank you so much. You
Thank you for having me.
and your young ones. Thank them very
Mike,
much.
right away, thank you. Does this take 2 quick? Has anybody got any quick questions to do with accessible travel that they want to ask Dominic about? We'll just do 2 real
I'll tell you what.
quick
look,
fire questions.
It's late.
Okay.
Tweet me. I'm at Daddy Doink on
What-
Twitter. I was
what-
tagged in this. Just tweet me.
Why
and I
are
will put
you
them up there.
called Daddy Doink?
So my nickname is Doink because my brother could never say Dominic when we were very young, and Daddy because originally I used to tweet about being a disabled father, and that's originally what I did with my Twitter, but it quickly became transport and trains and stuff.
Okay. So go follow Dominic at Daddy Doink on Twitter. Tweeting about accessible
It's
travel.
stuck.
Mark McDonald does indeed live in the area. Mark,
I wrote that down.
she had it on a bit of paper.
There we
all
go.
That's all good.
Brilliant. Okay,
Any drone questions?
no, that's it from us tonight. I'm going to do the sign off. I'd like to thank the Harrington Hump for hosting this evening's quiz. It's been a pleasure. As always, do tweet us with pictures of yourselves and your team having fun joining in the quiz. We love to see them, and we will do some retweets as well. Dominic, thank you very much again. It has been so great to have you with us. Will we be back next week?
There's no quiz next week. Watch the comments go mad. We're having a week off.
What are we going to do?
We're having a week off.
Just going to lie in a darkened
We're
room.
exhausted. There is no quiz next week. Week off. It'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Don't worry.
Spring's coming. Got a lovely spring weather this
Actually,
week in Britain.
Dominic?
Can I make an appeal in that case next week?
Yeah.
Go on.
So there is another quiz that I occasionally have used called the Staying In, and it's a group of disabled people who are across the country who just get together and have a chat. Now they put on inclusive quizzes, so they pay for BSL interpreters, they pay for pan-sign typists, they the whole lot, and they do it basically out their own pockets. So if this week you find yourself with a couple of quid, search for the Staying In 2 N's on Twitter, and find their website. And please, if you can chuck them a couple of quid just to help them put on another quiz next week, that would be amazing, because they're a fantastic crew.
Brilliant stuff. We'll check them out.
Right, that's it. Music's playing. We're fading out. Follow us at all the stations on Twitter. Tweet us. Thank you so much. Hang on in there. March is coming. Spring is coming. Better days, warmer days, longer days, and hopefully travel is coming to all of us soon. Thanks, Vicky. Thanks for doing a little thing. Thank you, Internet. Thank you, Dominic. Thank you to your daughters. This, whatever we do. See you again.
Bye.
I'm telling you, from our end, the music is playing, but everyone's saying no music.
Oh.
It's really.
Do you want to sing it instead?
Really, no, I'll click the other button instead. Hang on, we'll just do this one, and we'll play out with this. I swear, OB Studio, you drive me mad. Bye, everyone.
Okay, but I'll still sing it.